Hey guys, Fatmate's here. I am joined with...
Dragon, who's a bitch?
No. Please, let's not go there.
I
And welcome to Truck and Talk Saturday, because it's Saturday and it's Truck and Talk. Hey, it's been quite a bit. It feels like, again, I think I said this before, but every time it's not on a weekly basis, like if it shifts off one day or another, it's either going to be way too long since the last one or way too short since the last one, and that's always been a fun time. But hey, we're here. We're gonna have
apologize sincerely for the delay because it's my fault. I work every Thursday and it's pain.
It's okay. It's how it is with schedules and whatnot. I mean, if for one reason or another I have to work overtime on Thursday, then that'd be the case. All right, we'll shift it over to next week and whatnot. It's not too bad. No, it's okay. And hey, it's a Saturday night. We can all laugh, chill, and be stupid and merry. So.
What's a good theme about pets?
What is a good theme about
I'm Man's best friend.
Oh, I see what you mean. Okay.
Because February 24th, I think, is Love Your Pet Day.
Ooh. Are you like... Oh, okay. So you're right. So, just right before we started the stream, she's working on her topics for Toastmasters for her club.
To put it a little bit better, because I know words and descriptions, I'm just going to put my little fancy hat on right now. I'm the Vice President of Education for Northern Lights Toastmasters in Edmonton, Alberta. And part of that role means developing the program every single week. So I am developing the rough program for the entire year until
end of your actual year, or just... Oh, wow. That's a long way.
Yeah, it's basically because
it's fancy for something.
Yeah, because basically the Toastmaster year ends at the end of June. And then what Mark did for me last year, because she was the VP last year, she did July and August themes for me as well, just to kind of get me settled in. So I'm doing that for the next VP. So had a lot of downtime at work this week because of bullshit, and I decided to come up with all my themes.
Gotta love that bullshit. Not really.
Not really. Oh, yes, I know. I don't know. It's very mixed, but I just was like, fuck it. I should just do this so that I don't scramble and panic about it later.
That's fair. Hey, planning ahead, sometimes it's a good thing. Most of the time it's a good thing. It probably is a good thing.
Yeah, definitely. Wait, what's 2 weeks behind March 19th?
March 5th.
5th?
Yeah.
Cool.
That's like minus 14. What's that number?
Fair enough. This will then be the speech. The words club speech contest.
Ooh.
Speech club contest? Contest speech club? Whatever.
Whatever.
I can grammar this a little later.
Just Grammarly it later. Wait. Free.
Not Grammarly. I am my own grammar.
You are of your own grandma. Where the hell am I?
I am my own grandma? What?
You are your own grandma.
I was not aware of this.
Well, I went into a dead end. Nice! 19 minus 14? That's math. I know, right? You gotta love math. You know that math is required in life sometimes, just like language.
You lie. Math, no.
Just like reading.
No, you lie.
Comprehension. No, not really comprehension. You don't need comprehension. You just need reading.
Well, there is.
Well, yeah.
There's literacy when it comes to reading and writing, but there's also mathematical literacy. And there's math literacy, there's digital literacy. Basically, if there's something you need to be good at or competent at, it's a literacy. Why are we going down this road? Why?
Well, to be fair, I'm on a road now, so...
Oh, well. Life is a highway?
Life is, we're just on a regular-ass road with regular-ass pavement.
Boring.
Regular-ass, yeah, I know. Very boring and regular. There wasn't literacy in math until I EMT algebra. We're on a low way. Yeah, we're not on a highway, we're on a low way. God damn it.
I just realized that one of my themes that I've created is a country song.
Ooh. What
This
country
one's
song?
for the girls, because March is
Oh,
International Women's Month.
nice.
Yeah.
Are we on Route 210? Am I on Route 210? I don't know. I'm just driving here. I'm just a driver who blows through stop signs like there's nothing,
Good times.
right? It's okay. I don't do this in real life. I don't even drive when I'm in where I live. So all is good in the world.
What is driving?
Something that you use wheels, pedals, your feet and hands. Yeah, feet and hands.
Feet
I
and
thought I
hands?
said two things of the same thing by accident. No, I didn't. To operate a motor vehicle. Not get it because 420 that would be the high. Ha! Wow. Okay, I get it. Damn it. That's a terrible. No.
I just realized that I don't have your stream open yet. My bad.
It's okay.
What
I
up,
drove
nerds?
once.
I'm here now.
My wheel just fell as I turned and I crashed. Nice. Bye, wheel. See, my wheel fell. Anyone
Ooh,
wants to drive?
God, yeah, this is a disaster. I just
It's
tuned
great.
into a disaster. Oh,
It's been a great time. Also, yeah, thanks for the host, Crow. Before I forget, because that was I just missed that part. Sadly, I was halfway down the highway before I realized I forgot my car. Nice. Don't you always love just forgetting something about halfway through? No, I don't.
no.
Has there ever? I'm trying to figure out. Has there ever been a time where I've already at the destination, I completely forgot what it thing? I mean, yeah, there's been a couple of times I've had that. I remember. I still remember this from like 2 years ago, where I was already like cleared to like work for my first job at Census, and I had to just get the security papers, the clearance, and all that stuff out of the way just to mail it off. So that requires me like, hey, we need your license and all that stuff to verify that you are you. Get some fingerprints and all is good in the world. So they had to get a photocopy of my license. So I was like, all right, well, let me just do it here at home, get a photocopy, and then bring it over. Lo and behold, I forgot to take my license off the scanner.
Oh my God.
So I went to the place where we're supposed to do all this shit without my ID, without my like. I think I have my passport, but I technically needed my state ID.
Yeah.
So it was very awkward. I had to like tell my dad. I was like, "All right, I forgot the thing. I forgot my ID in the scanner," and then like my dad's like berating me because I forgot that thing and whatnot. And
I mean,
then
to be fair, I would berate you too.
that's
We
fair.
did.
Because it was kind of stressful though, because I was like thinking it's like, all right, I need to get all these paperwork. I need to be sure everything's right because there's like a somewhat deadline. Like in terms of like the job, like the government job that I have, technically there is a deadline to submit paperwork because it's government. um, there's like some bureaucracy shit that goes on. So there's everything that has a deadline. Once like basically when you get your job offer, you have like 5 days to submit all your paperwork in. Otherwise, you don't get the job because it requires you to get clearance and all that stuff. And if you don't get that clearance, you may as well just not get the job because it's a government job. So
Fair.
I had to I was like figuring out, trying to be sure that I have everything because I only have this one appointment to do all this shit. Otherwise, yeah, I probably won't have to get the job. And then yeah, I forgot my license, but it wasn't so bad. I was able to we were able to get home, pick it up, and then go back, and well, not too much of an issue in the end.
hmm Um, that sounds as stressful as it was when I had my visa appointment to get my visa to the UK.
Oh geez, that sounds
Because
worse. I think.
well, it is a little worse because technically, when you go to the embassy offices and such like that in my
Uh
city,
huh.
you were no longer like in Canada. Like you are kind of in this weird middle zone, apparently. Like
Right.
you
That
crossed the
is
border, technically.
right.
So you have to have every single document and proof of ID and everything that you
Oh
need. If you
geez.
forgot something, you'd have to come back like 3 weeks later.
Oh my god.
It was hella stressful, and I had to go through like a pat down and security checkpoints, and it was scary.
Pain and sorrow. Not really pain and sorrow.
Not pain and
But no, like
sorrow, more of
that
like stress and
stress.
anxiety.
Yeah, no, yeah, definitely stress and anxiety. Because oh god, that's just yeah, no, especially like when you're dealing with foreign affairs, because technically it is. It's just like fuck. I don't want to fuck this up. Otherwise, I'm not going to be going to this country, sort of thing. And especially
Yeah,
like
and
if it's
like
a
no one
working
smiles
visa.
there because it's all serious and
It's just,
like,
right.
nah.
Why so serious? That's what Pink said, right?
My soul see. I know. I was like trying to be all smiley, like, hi, and they're like, hello,
No.
please take a seat. And I'm like, okay, I'm gonna die.
Okay. I don't know what I did, but I think I pissed them off. Shit.
Pretty much, I'm like, oh no, okay, they're really serious up on the 26th floor of Manulife Place. Damn, boys.
Dang.
Oh.
I thought I forgot my keys. Turns out it was a whole ass car. How do you? I mean, to be fair, like, I remember there was a time. Where was it? I remember one time, and I don't think this was a dream shit. Like dream shit. Um, there was. I think I was either with my parents or with friends, but we went to this like a place like out of the city, and I'm pretty sure it's just out of the city, not even out of the state. So we're just like out of the city and all that stuff, and we started heading towards the direction of the parking lot. And then for one god reason, we just couldn't find the car at all. We walked everywhere, like doing like that. And for whatever reason, I started panicking, even though I don't drive, because it's like, especially since I think this was before like where like I have a curfew and something like that. You know, I have to be home at a reasonable time, sort of thing. And we're still here in the city at like 9:10, like I think maybe 8 or 9 o'clock at night. So I'm just like, oh god, where did we park? Where did we go? Where did we do? And then suddenly one of my friends alerted me, hey, did you forget? We took the BART train here. It's most likely been SF, actually. Now I think about it. It was like they just told me, it's like, hey, you remember we took the train, right? It's like, do you remember that, right? I was like, wait, we did. Oh shit, you're right. Like all panicking for nothing until I realized it's like, oh wait, no, okay, never mind. Crisis averted. Sorry, I didn't mean to panic. Great times, great times.
Okay.
But yeah, hi. 12 minutes of derailing topics. It's great. That's what Chuck and Talk is for, right? Pretty
To
much.
be fair, my topic about my Toastmasters thing was kind of on point because I'm currently doing it.
That's true. That's true, and it's actually really fun. Like always interesting to know what you do as your vice president of education for Toastmasters for your club.
For
To see what
example,
your
the meeting
duties
on
are.
April 16th, the theme is Poetic Pause because it's National Poetry Month. What up?
Nice.
Yeah. This is,
Gosh, it's like I still remember. Like I keep forgetting. Remember you doing this last time for the rest of 2021, and it was like you couldn't think of like there was only just one week that was just a very random ass topic, only because like everything else is talked about in the other weeks per se, or like there's something happening around that week or
hmm
whatnot, and there
You
was
should
just
see
like
my
this.
theme for next week.
Oh, what was it? What is it?
Next week's, so November 20th, is Fantastical Whims and Expressions is the theme because it is National Absurdity Days. Sorry, I
My
said that
God.
wrong. National Absurdities Day. Yeah. So Fantastical Whims and Expressions. And for some reason, Austin signed up to be Toastmaster for that one, so it's gonna be good.
Oh no. Oh my.
Uh-huh.
This must be. This is gonna be great.
Uh-huh. I'm meeting with him tomorrow to discuss the theme further because he's gonna be like, "What do you want me to do?
Be kooky. And I'm kidding.
Be a little wacky, a little fun."
It sounds like a wacky topic. Not gonna lie.
Oh, it's me.
It's you. That's fair.
It's
Um,
me. I'm wacky.
you, you are just one heck of a derp, both inside and
Ah,
outside. I don't know where I was going
yay!
with that.
How am I derp
I
inside?
don't. I don't know where I was going with that. Fuck. Um, that was great. But yeah, hi. Stuff, whatnot. Uh,
Well, how are you doing? How was
uh,
your week and a bit?
it's definitely been a week and a bit, man. So last time was Thursday. My parents just came over.
All right.
But then they went like back on Sunday. So basically, for like all of last weekend, we just like my parents just like cleaned up. I just worked on the Friday, and like that. They just do some cleanup, my laundry, cleaning up the bathrooms. And that my bathroom was nice and spiffy. Now it's not too much nice and spiffy. And then that's like basically what happened on that Friday. And then kind of think we went out, do a little bit of shopping at our new local mall that we always frequent now. I always frequent now, which is not in San Francisco because, yeah, stores in San Francisco still closes at 6 p.m. But apparently I know the reason why. It's not because of COVID. It's because of rampant theft in the city. Like retail theft. Like, I think, did you ever, Dragon, did you ever encounter an article about like how San Francisco was closing a couple stores or there would be like a couple like drugstores closing in San Francisco because of excessive theft?
Oddly enough, I have read that. Haha. I know more about your city than I do about my city at this point.
Hey, that's fair. So yeah, like it's apparently been like a lot more crazier. Yeah, I guess ever since COVID, compared to like pre-COVID. I mean, it more or less happened during like before COVID, no matter what, because I don't know what's up with the city under security, but
Because be gay, do crime. Sorry.
shit, that's a line I haven't heard in a while,
I know.
man.
I don't know why that's the first thing that came to my mind, but here we
But
are.
but to be fair, it's pretty damn spot on if you think about it.
Be gay, do crime.
Be gay, do crime. Um. So, and like, but apparently, like during COVID, it was like really like super rampant. Definitely, like massive store theft in many of the stores, whether it be a retail store, a drugstore, grocery store, whatever. Apparently, like there's even like one prominent grocery store in.
Walgreens, right?
Well, the story I talked about was Walgreens, but there's like another thing. They one grocery store, like a chain grocery store that is in what neighborhood is it? Church Castro district, basically near downtown, has always been open for 24 hours until now, and they started closing early because of excessive theft. And
Makes
so,
sense.
basically all the department stores around here close around 6 or 7. First to mainly combat COVID, but they never extended its hours back to normal hours compared to the next door city, Daly City and Colma. They have they have reverted back their hours to normal hours now for shopping. But here in SF, it's like most of the stores do close at 6.
Fair.
So not very helpful when you get off at work at 5. So it makes like I can only shop technically on the weekends, which is already busy to begin with.
Yeah. As long as you're
but-
being safe, I hope
Right.
then you'll be okay.
Oh yeah, definitely. So like I ended up starting to shop in Daly City, which is like about half an hour away by bus, which is about the same time to get to like any of the stores here in San Francisco by bus. So, and with that, and they don't close till like 10 or 11, it's like, all right. And with how sufficient transportation is within the Bay Area, I'll take it.
Lucky. Oh, did I say that aloud?
I mean, I don't know. It depends. Like, I know for the fact, well, SF does have they have reinstated their 24-hour routes. I think for some of them.
For you. Good for you.
But in the next city over, I have to be on a bus by like 8. Otherwise, it's hourly service till like 10 or 11, and then that's it.
That still sounds good.
We'll see.
And you picked up the topic of public transportation at the worst time because I had an awful week with it.
Oof.
Mind you, we have a huge shortage of drivers in my city right now because they made the mandatory rule of vaccination, and tons of drivers quit
Nice.
on the spot. So
Oh
we've had
boy.
to scale back service a lot, and yeah, just to kind of until they can fill the demand.
Right.
Because
I
my
mean,
transit was already perfect, and now this made it better. I'm not bitter, guys. I just when you are stuck outside at -8 degrees Celsius weather, waiting for a bus for 40 minutes, and it doesn't fucking come, you could be a
ooh.
little bitter.
Yeah, I know that. No, 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 no. Not even a little bitter. You could be massively salty. Hopefully, enough
Salty.
salt will melt the ice. But
Well, no snow yet, but it's coming on my 3 days off, basically. So
oh, aw.
yeah, happy days off for me. It's snowing, but it's finally going to snow.
It's you say as you say your first snowfall for the season, right?
Yeah,
Nice. Ish. I don't know. Depends how you
Ontario
want
got
to
it
say
fucking first, but whatever. I'm not bitter. Stupid Ontario. Anyway, Canadian problems. Don't worry about it, guys.
it. Well, I'm trying to figure out when is our next rain because like technically it did rain on like Monday, so I was like I forgot it rained on Monday, and I'm like the kids like man it's a nice and clear and warmish. What
It
happened to the
looks
start
like
of
it's
rainy
not going to
season?
really rain on you. Rain on you? What the fuck? You have a 50% chance of rain on Thursday. That's it.
Ooh, okay, interesting. Yeah, like I'm still I'm
Yeah.
still remembering the really big ass atmospheric river that passed through 2 weeks ago, 3 weeks ago, something like that.
Oh, yeah.
That did bring up quite a bit of water, definitely, and I think built a decent snowpack in our mountains. But like once it like starts, I hope it kind of keeps going in a way because once it stops, it's kind of fucked, sort of thing. Um, But granted, we're still way early for us in California. We're still way early in our rainy season. Technically, it doesn't start till after American Thanksgiving usually. So we'll see. Um, but so yeah, that like basically that was Friday. Just worked. They did my stuff, which is nice of them to do. And then we went did a little bit of shopping, basically grocery shopping, and then having a dinner over there. And then Saturday, my mom wanted to go out somewhere. My dad just kind of wanted to like chillax and like also go to the mall and just be like that. So I was like, all right, let me just figure out something where we could go. Lo and behold, I managed to figure out, hey, let's go to Little Italy Chinatown because they haven't been
Nice.
there per se, especially definitely like around Little Italy. They've been to Chinatown before, like San Francisco Chinatown before, but they haven't been to Little Italy. So it's like, you know what? I did a little preview of a vlog and I kind of failed it. Let me try this again. Slightly spoiler alert. I didn't really do much for like Little Italy per se. I will definitely do a third time's the charm sort of thing, but I do have quite a bit for Chinatown. So it'll be cool to like finally talk about Chinatown as a vlog. But yeah, we like went there. It was pretty decent weather. I think it was a little bit cloudy compared to what I had today when I went around. Um, but yeah, we went to Little Lily. My mom took a lot of pictures along the way, as she always does. Um,
Hmm.
and
And she
then
records too.
yeah, she does record too. Right, that's true. She does record too. Um, and then I did like a little bit of recording. Like basically, I just did some street walking. So it's this is like if anything, this is gonna be a voiceover vlog sort of thing because
Hmm.
it's Saturday. It was really busy over there with tourists and locals alike. And I was with parents anyway. So, well, like there would be some times where when I was recording, I was talking, but basically I would like point at my mom, "Hey, like look at this, look at that, look at this, look at that," sort of thing.
Cute.
Because I always like to show her, especially for her, I always like to show her like things around the way, especially because since she watches my vlogs and like always been jealous. Like, hey,
Hmm.
I want you to bring me over there, and well, lo and behold, I did bring you over there for one day. So there is that. Yeah, we
Hmm.
like went there, got some lunch, and then walked around for a little bit longer. We ended up walking all the way from Chinatown to Financial District, which I was kind of doubting that was gonna happen because I know my dad. He doesn't like to walk around like great lengths, but he managed to do it anyways. Um,
That's good.
and luckily I managed to like figure out a path to like be all mostly downhill or flat, rather than going uphill because the last thing I need to do is have at least my dad try to walk uphill. It's not gonna be like that's gonna take forever if never. Um, but yeah, no, we were able to like walk around for like a good hour through Chinatown, through like the back streets and whatnot. And I think I have some pretty decent recording, so I'll have some voiceover, probably talking about like the history of Chinatown and whatnot, because there is some fascinating history of San Francisco Chinatown and like the surrounding neighborhoods around it especially prior to the construction of the financial district next door. It's very interesting, very political, but I think it'd be cool to talk I have like all my walkover clips or yeah. So it's gonna be definitely that's gonna be coming out um, Thanksgiving week, American Thanksgiving week. I'll just probably do the recording either here or back at the parents' house. I'll just bring my mic and then just start voicing it over, sort of thing. It'd be like one of my true factual travel vlogs this time around, rather than basing it off. Is this what I remembered? I'll have some background information and whatnot, which will be good.
Cool.
And then Sunday they left. They just wanted to stay for a short while, so they wanted to leave on Sunday, and I helped them get home on Sunday because on Sundays apparently Bart operates on like a very split schedule, and apparently they're doing a lot of construction during that Sunday. So thank God I was with them. Otherwise, they would have definitely gotten lost somewhere. Because trying to get to the Amtrak station from where I live on a Sunday requires one transfer. Yet knowing them, they may have an issue trying to get that transfer, and because of construction, it would have been almost an issue. But I was able to bring them there, like no issue at all. And then, since it was like a really nice day, I decided to like just walk around San Francisco. Went to Japantown, get some stuff, like have my lunch there, get some stuff at the grocery store because it's a Japanese grocery store. Yeah. And then with my thing in hand, I decided to have a nice comfortable walk around Golden Gate Park, which was my latest vlog, if you guys haven't seen it already. Definitely it's going to be a preview for now. I'm hoping to definitely have a mini multi-part series of the Golden Gate Park and all of its attractions on the third biggest park in North America. Third biggest urban park in North America. Asterisk. So that will be fun. Definitely will be starting in 2022 because I'd rather just wait for the rainy season to at least start. Because there's a big uncertainty of San Francisco weather from now till then. So I don't want to try. Hi, Kyo.
Hello. I'm squealing because I just got recognized for an award in Toastmasters. What up?
Ooh, nice.
I got the triple crown, which means I completed 3 pathway levels in a few months. So yeah, what up? I'm doing good with that news now, Kyo. So, and how
I'm
are
doing
you?
Good. Ooh.
I don't even know what happened there. I was going to ask, how are you, Daryl? How are you, Kyo?
I'm doing good, and I just had water in it. Like I just had like a mixture of water and snot come around, and I was like, okay, that was just weird.
Ew.
Yeah, weird. Very ew. No, I've been good, and I've just been, talking a week at least in terms of truck and talk. I'm a little bit tired today because I did a lot of walking, getting up and around because after the Sunday, bringing them around and walking Golden Gate Park, which was a nice vlog, like a little preview vlog that I did. Monday through Friday was basically me at home for a majority of the time. I barely went out the week.
Really?
Mm-hmm.
Does that mean you only went to the office once?
I did.
Oh my god.
Yeah.
I'm gonna get more and more crankier with you as the weeks go by.
I know. That's the thing. I've been trying my hardest to... Okay. I don't know. I've really been trying... Because it's funny. Tuesday night... Yeah, it was Tuesday night. I went to sleep early, right? Like 10 o'clock p.m. early. And then... For whatever god-awful reason, I could not sleep properly. I ended up like waking up at like 2-3 in the morning. I was like, was it time to wake up? Shit, why is it not 6:30 in the morning when I'm supposed to wake up? And yeah, I had like the best Like I woke up like around that time and then took like a whole 2 hours to get back to sleep. To just wake up 2 hours later.
Damn.
So at that point, I woke up at 6:30 feeling groggy as heck, and I'm just like, fuck this, no. I'm gonna work at home for that day for Wednesday, and I'm gonna just retry going to sleep early on Wednesday night and get a proper sleep, so I can go to the office on Thursday. And I didn't go on Tuesday because it was still raining. If I remember correctly on that one.
That is not a good reason.
I know it isn't.
Oh my god.
But I went back into the office on Thursday, and then it was funny. My coach was like, "Hey, you're here. It's been a while." Yeah, I know. Sort of thing.
Your manager said that?
I meant my coach.
Oh. See, your coach wants you to come in more.
I know. It's just like, hey, you're here, welcome, and all that stuff, and like it was a great just time
a little
to
catch
talk
up.
A bit. Yeah, a little catch up and whatnot.
Aww.
Especially like during lunch. And I was like, and for that day it was like a series of meetings and whatnot. So it's like, ooh, and but like it was nice to like catch up and just work in the office, doing tickets, trying to be not as distracted as possible compared to being here. Well, I mean, I'm not as distracted here, surprisingly now. But I'm definitely less distracted when I'm working at an office compared to there, or compared to here. Doing good. I found out that the promotion that I'm going for is on a freeze. Oh no! But I never received the email that said this. Dang.
I'm sure it's not that cute.
They decided to tell me that they'd tell me because I messed up on an interview. Aw, no, definitely not that.
No.
Like there has to be other administrative reasons. If not, like there's other reasons that they had to do that. Whether it be like,
for example, like when I became the vice president of education for my Toastmasters club, they didn't include me in executive emails for 3 weeks, even though I got the position. So it's usually kind of like an oversight, or maybe they just had so many people that they had to inform and they just slipped and forgot. Mm-hmm. I promise you it's probably something as silly as that, because as someone who has to track a lot of people every week, it happens. Mm-hmm. So just try to chalk it up to administrative error.
I definitely think it's administrative. I mean, for me, for my first week working at my new job, they accidentally put me as I'm working in Buffalo, New York, and not in San Francisco, California. I still get emails from time to time about the Buffalo office, which is like, has this got fixed, guys? I'm not part of the team. I'm not part of the Buffalo team. I'm part of the San Francisco team. It was great to tell that to my manager, then HR, and then a whole bunch of other people, which shouldn't have done in the first place, because I had my interview and like all the people that says like, yeah, you're gonna be working in the San Francisco office. So definitely, I'm 100% certain that it's an administrative error. Like, it's definitely not you, how you're thinking, like, if you messed up. Definitely not that. It's definitely administrative error. Something went wrong over there, where they had to make that decision themselves. But then, no, it's definitely not you. Most definitely not. Mm-hmm. So, hopefully it'll get reinstated. Hopefully it'll happen, and hopefully, you'll get it. I'm also trying to get on the team that answers questions on Twitter. Ooh, but haven't done that interview for you. Ooh, that sounds fun.
That would be cool.
To be fair, that's a form of that's a fun way to do support anyway.
Yeah, it's kind of like a very specific kind of avenue of support. Mm-hmm. And it's social media content creation too, a little bit.
True, because whether it's you're replying on DMs or whether you're creating posts or replying on
Yeah, creating
posts.
FAQs.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
And there'd be times you
Very cool.
could just be replying to public posts, which would be like, always the fun part was you'll be the face of the company, just so you can respond to a complaint that someone posted publicly, sort of thing. Always
Mm.
interesting. I always find those ones interesting, where like you like would have try to figure out how to reply to it. I reply to
Mm.
posts that are posted publicly. I always like
Yeah.
wonder what like the ethic in terms of like how to reply, because I could kind of get it, like of what it requires, but at the same time, I've always wondered like that process. It's always interesting to know. One of the supervisors messaged me about it, and they were only messaging a few people on the email team, which is what I'm on now. Oh, I see.
I got lost.
Ooh, so it'll be interesting just be transitioning from email to social media, and then definitely like Twitter. That'd be cool.
Twitter.
Twitter, Twitter.
Mm-hmm.
Um, but yeah, me stuff words. So yeah, like that's been like for me, it's been I'm working, like just been working, and then by the time it's like 5, I'm just like I'm tired. Like I don't feel like going out, and technically I don't know if I've ever talked about it in the trucking talks. I talked to you about my meal plan thing that I've been that I signed up for just to test out, sort of thing.
To be fair, I have not watched your last week's thing.
So, and then that means that means I don't ever recall talking about it then. Okay, cool. Um, so yeah, like, so with that, like, I am as a test. Um, there's like I've been getting these offers from uh, like meal prep things. Not really meal prep, but like they make like prepared meals, and then you just freeze it and then ship it to your house. And all you gotta do is just reheat it, and all it's good in the world. Basically, like like a frozen food, but it's like freshly cooked. I'd say the night before you get it delivered, and then they freeze it, and then all you have to do is put it in the fridge, not even in the freezer. So it like no matter what, before it expires, it'll always taste fresh. Definitely fresher than like um, frozen food. The service I'm using is Freshly. If you want to know what it is, if you want to search it up. But I've decided to just go for their plan. I'm on a 6 meal plan, just so I could save a little bit of money along the way, so I don't end up buying a lot along the way. And it actually has helped, which is pretty nice to be on it. And definitely helped like for these couple of days where it's like I don't really want to go out. Oh, I have something in the I have a Freshly meal in the fridge. All right, let's heat it up. If anything, let me just either heat up rice, some bread, or whatever, just as an extra, and then I'm filled. And sometimes I don't even usually need an extra. Like apparently these meals actually do fill me up surprisingly. Like I thought, like I remember like looking at the signs, it's like, ooh, it doesn't look like a lot, but when you start eating it, and then once you're just like like consuming the whole thing, and then when you finish it, it's like, oh, I'm like comfortably full, which is pretty cool. So like I've been just having that, been rarely going out. Like there were a handful of days I did go out to like grab food, but that's it. Like I only grabbed food and I went back home, and then like basically my Monday through Thursday nights that were like that. Friday night just finally decided, yeah, fuck it, let me go out. And I think I told you that, Dragon, on our DMs. It's like, yeah, I'm just gonna go out and go shopping, see what I could find, because I need to get out. I haven't fully gotten out the whole week, aside from Thursday, which is just commuting to work. So I went out, did my like got my my own dinner out, and then go shopping a little bit. I think I bought like mostly grocery stuffs, but like other things like I think found like no, I actually bought mostly grocery stuff for the time being. They were like I've been doing a lot of window shopping though, whether it be at the mall, at the store,
Okay.
or online. So it's been That's what I've been doing, and especially it doesn't help because the holidays are closing in and the holiday deals are rolling in, and it's like I kind of want some stuff. Fuck. Um, yeah, like I've been really itching to get a new pair of earphones because actually never even told this story. Definitely told you though, Dragon, where on one of my days where I decided to go to the mall, down here. I was just gonna get my dinner, do my groceries, and then go back home, sort of thing. Um, in the midst of dinner, I usually when I'm eating at the mall, I always like to pop in a YouTube video, put on my earbuds, and then just start watching as I eat. Actually,
All right.
I do that normally, like where I just would want to pop in my earbuds and just start watching a YouTube video as I eat. It's just my thing. I'm pretty sure other people have done it too. So,
Mhm.
um, but yeah, I was in the midst of like cleaning up, throwing my trash away, and all that stuff, and I was ready to put my one earbud. I only had one earbud. I have like true wireless earbuds, so like the ones where you could just pop it out and like it has no wires at all. I put in one earbud and ate, and then finished eating. I was gonna put my other earbud back into my case so it can start charging and whatnot. And at this point, I was already going into the next store to start shopping. Goes into my left pocket where I usually keep my earbuds, and then I realize I don't have my case. Where did it go? And so I legit backtrack all the way to the place where I sat, try to look around, see if anything, if I could find it or anything like that. Nope. And I did the kind of the unthinkable thing of since I threw my stuff away in the trash, but luckily it was on the top side of the trash, not all the way down in the bin. I did the dumb thing and kind of look at the top of the trash because it was like all I neatly packed my trash because I had a plastic bag. So I was thinking maybe I accidentally dropped it in there for one reason or another. I didn't. So the unfortunate thing happened. The earbuds, the my yeah, earbuds that I bought earlier in the year, used it, loved it, went missing 6 months after. I think about 6 months. So yeah, I as much as I love these earbuds, these die really quickly, and so I'm in the hunt for a new pair of earbuds. And I just been also doesn't help that I look on Slick Deals and like some Reddit subthreads or Reddit uh, yeah, that just like looking around seeing like for other deals, especially for like technology, because I like tech. I like technological things. Those are the words, right?
Could have made it simpler just by saying I like technology,
Yeah,
but it's okay.
I could for one reason or another could not think of those words.
This is why you should have came to Toastmasters. Hi.
I expected that. Not gonna lie, I expected that.
Good.
Um, I like it that way too.
I'm just teasing about Toastmasters because I had an open house today where people could have came and checked it out, but this nerd
You
decided to not.
go on an adventure.
Yeah.
I decided to go on adventure. So yeah, no, it comes down to today, and then I decided to just go out. I had no idea where I wanted to go per se today.
Mm.
Um, basically, I woke up around like 9 or 10. It was a really nice sleep that I got
Yeah,
for this
damn.
time. I got up around then, got my breakfast and all that, and I'm like, I literally ready to go and everything. Gets out of the door, still have no idea where to go. And so I was like thinking, all right, let me just do my usual thing where I usually try to go to like thrift stores and whatnot and kind of like shop there, just to find like see if anyone like um has something they donated and they're like the thrift stores selling it, reselling it again. Again, mostly technology, tech things and whatnot that I've been looking for. So like I decided to go down that way and try to figure out, all right, where would I go next after that? I tried to figure out where I'm going to go for lunch, which I managed to figure out pretty easily. Like there's where the one thrift shop that I usually go to here in San Francisco um, is next to a pretty decent neighborhood that has a lot of food options. So I just walked over a block, just grabbed some food over there, and then this derp dragon, um, the day before provided me a link to an SF Chronicle
Mm-hmm.
article of like 6 hidden places in San Francisco that tourists usually don't go to. Um,
Yeah, and they're
and
supposed to have
so
the greatest views compared to the regular touristy spots.
they
So
do.
I
I've
thought of him because I knew he liked to explore the city, so I sent it to
mhm.
him.
Yeah, definitely, and like all the locations they posted on that article were pretty good. Some I do recognize, others I never did know. So I can't wait to go in the near future and vlog it. It'll be fun. But
Hmm.
for one of the places they decided to put was something that I definitely saw the reason why it's on the list to begin with, which is the California cable car line, like the California Street cable car line, and like specifically the view looking towards on California Street, looking towards downtown. Um, like I like looked at it, and I remember a month or two ago I was going to do this vlog of riding the California cable car line, California Street cable car line, but apparently the day that I wanted to do it, they substituted for buses. So
Mm.
I just scrapped that altogether. Thank God today they ran it. So I have a vlog all like ready to go. Have my like all the thing. I decided to get off about midway because when I looked at Google Maps, because usually I also like as a second input I always look at Google Maps to figure out where I want to go, and I realized there is a park midway through the line. So I was thinking, you know what? Like, there's a park up here, and like actually, yeah, park up here. So like they're basically on the top of the hill of the street.
Mm.
So basically, you could see like one way you'll be able to see the west side of San Francisco, which really isn't much of a view, unfortunately. But then you definitely see the east side, which is downtown. You can see the span of the Bay Bridge and whatnot, or the pillar of the Bay Bridge and whatnot. Like that, the one like the how do I explain it? Like
I
the
don't
view.
know.
Technically, like if you want to pop in the link to that article, um,
Ah, da 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 da. You're making me go to look at things. Ah.
I, like I think they have one screenshot of on California Street looking towards that way. I decided to mimic that view, and I think I definitely sent that to you, Dragon. So, like the picture of what I got. So I got off that stop, walked around, and oh my god, it's like the most prettiest place ever. Like I thought Presidio was pretty. I thought Golden Gate Park was pretty. I thought there's a couple of other neighborhoods that are like
Oh, you
very
didn't
pretty.
respond to that article I sent you. Rude. Sorry.
I think I did look at that. I think I know what you're talking about, and yeah, I think I overlooked that one. But I saw the headline. I'm like,
Mm.
ooh,
Oh,
unfortunate.
yeah. Okay, let me paste the link. Oh, why is my nose all bleh? There's the SF Chronicle link,
Yeah. So for those
and
who wants to like,
there's pretty pictures in there.
there are pretty pictures in there, and yeah, I've been influenced to try to visit at least, if not all of them, like most of them, if not all of them.
Puppies! Sorry, I'm good.
Um. So, but like, yeah, where I got off, which is I forgot where it is. It's on California Street between Larkin and no, Jones and Taylor, I think. Um, it's basically on the top of the hill of California Street, where yeah, you get views like looking downwards towards the west side of the city, which is not much, but the east side of the city, which is like the view that you'll probably see in this article. Um, but like walking down this neighborhood, it was so pretty, and I realized what the neighborhood's called. It's called Knob Hill. Don't know why it's
Mhm.
called Knob Hill, but it's called Knob Hill. um, but has like one of the best like forms like it shares similarities in terms of architecture like the Tenderloin, because many of those
Mm.
are the original buildings over there. Like many of them are yeah,
I
original,
like
right?
how frustrated you were when you're like, it's like the Tenderloin because of how much I bring it up. Yeah.
Yeah, and then like after like going to the neighborhood right north of the Tenderloin, I'm just like thinking, oh shit, why haven't I not been here before?
Mm-hmm.
I
Wow, you
have,
went
I
to the wrong
legit
gas
haven't.
pump. Rude. The
I
arrow is
did.
pointing the opposite direction.
I always apparently go the wrong way until I realize I'm supposed to go around. Oops.
Silly.
So now I got to back up, bitch. Anyways,
Backity, backity, backity up.
God. Okay. So yeah, like no, this place is like very like the architecture. I think I'm pretty sure they're Victorian because like I think this part of the city would have been around early like late 18 or very early 1900s. I could be very well
Hmm.
wrong, but I'm pretty sure I'm close to right. I'd say like they're like you've seen the buildings in Tenderloin, right? As we were doing apartment hunting months ago, they were that.
Hmm.
Like they were pretty damn similar since they're just one neighborhood up. Um, what was like really nice there, I realized there's like a couple of like cool places around there, and like in Nob Hill. Apparently, there's a building
Ooh.
that commemorates the mason workers. I think the mason workers. Yes, the mason workers. Which were a prominent which is like a prominent issue in history back in the 20th century, in I think America, if not the whole world, where some of them don't get paid enough and all that stuff. You know, like the start of like, you know, what's the word, like fair wages and better work environments, sort of thing. And so, like, I guess there's a memorial building around that area because I think that's where most of the masonry movement started, actually, in San Francisco, and if not the whole of the West Coast. Um,
All those buildings were built between 1850 and 1900.
ooh, yeah, no, that makes sense now. Like
And also,
the
apparently, prior to the 1850s, Nob Hill was called California Hill because of California Street.
case in point. Like no, that makes a lot of sense because technically, yeah, around that area, it's the highest point of the hill. I'd say because I think almost all directions I was looking, it was looking downwards. So I believe it. I definitely believe it. Um, so then yeah, that makes sense. So that's roughly around Victorian area, right? I don't know what like the
Yes.
late
Sorry.
1800s. Yeah.
Well, 1800s is Victorian era, so this is like the century after,
Mm-hmm.
because this is 19th century.
Oh, okay. I see. I see what you mean.
But interesting.
Yeah, like oh my god, the
The
buildings are
history here is
pretty.
really interesting, though.
So there was like the mason the mason
I'm reading about the rich people here, not really that.
there's a lot of rich people over there. I mean, to be fair, two of like the
Leland
most
Stanford.
glitziest. Ooh,
He was part of the Big Four that moved and built a mansion on Nob Hill. And the early citizens that built these fancy mansions and buildings, they were known as the Nabobs, which is a term for prominent wealthy men, apparently. But then they shortened it to
nice.
Nobs.
So that's what they mean by a knobber. I'm kidding. Not really,
A lot of those
but
buildings, though, were destroyed in 1906 after an earthquake and
the Great
fire.
Earthquake and Fire. Okay, so some of them were rebuilt. I wasn't so sure because I did talk about that as I was walking down. I felt like most of those buildings were pre 1906, which they were, but I
Oh,
wasn't so sure if they survived the 1906 earthquake. Because
you,
I knew for the fact they'd survived Loma Prieta, which was 1989, because they're still standing. But I wasn't so sure for 1906. So that's an interesting fact.
the the walls that surround the estates for Stanford, Crocker, Huntington, and Hopkins remain, and you can still see the black scars caused by the smoke and fire on those
Ooh,
walls.
Interesting. I don't think I've ever seen that. Wouldn't know. I didn't really do much research on that
Ooh,
area. I just wanted to
the
go.
special Fairmont Hotel.
Oh yeah. So speaking of like hotels around there, apparently like the most glitzy, like the high class hotels, Fairmont and Intercontinental are basically what right across from each other on California Street. Like I think they're the biggest competitors between the glitzy, famous hotels. Their buildings are gorgeous.
Hmm.
It's so pretty. I think Fairmont has the multi flags across their banner, across their awning, their front awning, which looks really cool. Intercontinental has like a nice corner sort of thing. But like I realized I looked at the names like I see Fairmont. I was like, wait, as in like the glitzy for like the glitzy hotel chain Fairmont? Yes. Looks across the street. I see Intercontinental. Is that the like the chain Intercontinental? Yes. So I'm like, I'm in like a very prolific neighborhood right now,
Oh yeah.
and I could kind of tell because some of the people were like, look a little. I don't think they liked me walking around with my smartphone recording. Who knows? But no, it's definitely pretty over there. It's definitely worth a shot to go over there.
Mhm.
Around the neighborhood, like not a lot. Like there's like a couple people there. Apparently, the park that is next, like about a block away from the Fairmont. I don't know that building. There's a mansion there. I think it's a historical site now, but there's a park next to it, and apparently someone was having their wedding photos taken over there, which is pretty cool. And then right next to that park, across the street, is the Grace Cathedral. Which, when I looked at the cathedral, I'm just like, am I in the East Coast or something? I'm in Europe or something? Because it looks pretty. But it looks kind of out of place in a West Coast environment.
The East Coast doesn't own all the fancy buildings.
Well, no, I'm thinking more of like cathedrals and whatnot. Like, in terms of design, it looks kind of out of place compared to like all the like the Spanish style churches and whatnot that usually is around the West Coast. Like seeing the I don't know the style, the architecture style of the Grace Cathedral.
Oh
I
boy.
can't remember the name. I've taken art history, I just don't remember it. But like you usually see this in the East Coast, like mostly in the East Coast and definitely around Europe.
Ooh, it's an episcopal cathedral.
Oh, I was trying to figure out like
Episcopal.
which religious like religion sort of thing was for this church because it was like it looks really cool. It looks nice. It felt like walking around there. It didn't feel like I was in San Francisco per se. Of knowing
Mm.
the other sides of San Francisco, it did not feel like San Francisco. I felt like I was in New York for whatever reason.
They have everything at this cathedral. Damn.
In terms of like what?
Like labyrinth, like the mindful labyrinths that you could do, like the walking ones where you like start at one point and there's like
Oh,
candles that light your way. You kind of follow the labyrinth all the way through. Like it's
oh.
good for like mindfulness and like mental health and just like de-stressing because that like
Mm-hmm.
monotony of like just follow the pattern and go. So you can
Ooh,
kind of forget your thoughts and things like that. So they have that. They have yoga. They've got music, art, ideas, social justice, and spiritual life. So
sounds
they got
about
a lot
right in
going on
front of there. Yeah, it
here.
looks no lie. That like I didn't know that was there.
Oh, that's so cute. If you want to go somewhere tomorrow, go to the Grace Cathedral because they're installing their World Tree of Hope tomorrow from 10 a.m. to
Ooh,
6 p.m. And the tree looks very fucking pretty.
man, something should have told me like when I was there earlier today. There should have been like a preview of that shit. But I guess maybe they don't have the tree yet.
So you can, oh, look at that. I can make your whole day. You can spend the whole day at the cathedral because they got a lot going on tomorrow because they will have a Holy Eucharist with hymns first thing in the morning. Then after that is the installation of the big tree. And then after the big tree installation at 6 p.m., they would do one of the labyrinth walks you could do.
Oh,
Mhm.
hmm.
Fun fact. So you can either choose to go watch the tree be installed and decorated, or afterwards you can go for a little mental
Oh
health,
man,
mental, mindful
I can't. I
walk.
can't wait to do a Christmas walk through San Francisco now.
It's so
They
pretty.
there's some they've started doing installations of like all the holiday stuff on the streets and whatnot. I've like walk like when I got off at market, like I noticed all the lights already set up. All the Christmas lights are already set up on the streets and whatnot. So I'm like, I have that to view. I have to go to Union Square. Apparently, I think the ice rink is starting to come up around Union Square now. So that's going to be ready for the holidays. And probably just walking up and down Fairbuilding and Embarcadero and all that stuff to just see all the pretty shit that'll be coming out.
Mm-hmm.
Be cool. So yeah, no, I decided to like finally explore Nob Hill, and now I understand. Yeah, no, this is definitely the most prolific neighborhood in San Francisco. It's just, it's so fucking pretty. And
Oh my gosh.
then from there, um, getting from there, I started on the cable car, ride it up to the top of the hill, and then I decided to get the cable car to go down to the hill, going towards Embarcadero. And for once, like the first ride, I wasn't able to get the front seat. Second ride, I was definitely able to get the front seat. So now I have a good 7 minutes worth going downhill of views right facing towards Embarcadero on California Street. Looks really cool. I can't wait to upload it. This coming Friday if you're watching this on Tuesday, or next week if you're watching this live.
Hey.
Before I forget. So apparently we have a full service. Ooh. Wait, hold on. Full service gas station. Wait. Texas, right? That's usually not a thing. Like, it's rare to see a full service gas station unless if you live in Oregon. No, I think Oregon has already started going self serve. I can't remember. Or was it Washington? And New Jersey. I remember New Jersey, like, is definitely a full service state, like in terms of like gas stations. And it used to be Oregon that was full service as well. Which is weird if you've never experienced full service in a gas station. Have you ever experienced it before for one reason or another?
Well, I'm Canadian context, so it's different than you guys. Because if you guys still have it down there, wow, good for you. Because it was phased out in my province forever ago.
Right. I remember, like, I think it phased out, like, for a good majority of the states, aside from those states I've stated, which is, like, weird. Yeah, it's the only one that I've heard, and it still exists here in Texas. Wow. Ooh. Yeah, it's always weird. It's especially if you're used to, like, pumping your own gas and, like, going to, like, the store inside to pay your gas, or, like,
Although
the one of the stalls for, like, that.
I just forgot, we have cute little gas stations here called Domo, literally Domo, and you pull up and they fill your tank, and you give them the cash. They go into the till box and like exchange it or get the machine for you. So I guess we do have full service, but it's like in a very tiny kind of like little quick truck stop way in my city.
Gotcha. I see.
Yeah, and they change their gas prices quicker than the other that in my city gas chains.
Uh-huh.
So it's usually like the best place to go, and they do cheaper gas on Tuesdays and Thursdays.
Nice.
I don't know if that's still a thing, because I remember that a couple of years ago when I lived here before I moved to the UK. Because that's when my dad would always get gas for the week, was either on
That's
a
like
Tuesday or
the place.
Thursday.
Right.
Yeah. Because he would never have to get out of his truck unless he needed to like buy like some extra like food or drinks. Then he would, but then otherwise it's just full service.
Man, you know, like
I remember that now.
okay, interesting. So, like, you know, like, there's, I think, I'm trying to recall if California still has full service. I don't think so anymore. But it was weird. Like, I remember on a one road trip with my family, like, years ago. I think we went towards, I think it was Oregon or Washington who still had it. You pull into your the gas station, cheap gas prices because California's so fucking expensive. And then it was weird because there was a guy waiting right beside the driver's window and say, "Hi, how much gas would you like to get? Can I just do it myself?" No, we'll do it for you. It's like, okay. And then you just say how much gas you want to get, and they'll do it for you. It's just weird. I know for the fact, I think full service gas is still a thing in the Philippines. Like, that's like the one fact that I think I do know, that it's still a thing in like Asian countries to do full service gas. They don't do a lot of self service unless if you're like out in the rural areas. But like in urban places and whatnot, they still do full service, which is interesting, to say the least.
Yeah.
The Gothic Revival is the architecture style for the rebuilt cathedral. Oh, okay, that makes a lot more sense. I was thinking, it's like, I'm thinking Gothic, but I think that's a bit too old. But now you mentioned Revival, that makes a lot more sense now.
It's Gothic Revival because the cathedral did get split in the earthquake fire of
In
1906.
1906. Ooh.
Both the earthquake and fire. So, yeah. Apparently it took them 18 years to fundraise to rebuild it.
Ooh, wow. So, well into or close to depression, technically.
They finished it just in time.
Yeah, they finished it just in time. 24. Wow.
And it was seen as a beacon of hope because that's also when World War I ended.
Understandable.
I had fun looking up your history of your city, and now I'm going to read about mental health. Here we are. That's where my brain is going tonight.
Like, it was pretty to go there. I do want to explore it from time to time, and knowing that they're going to be hanging up a tree over there, it's going to be part of my probably Christmas walkthrough special that I'll do in December.
You should look for Christmas markets too.
I want to see if they do it here. Yeah, definitely we'll do that.
They should do it. It's a big city.
I don't know if Christmas markets, well, I mean, compared to Canada, I guess it's been a thing, but I don't know so much about like United States and more specifically California, if it's a thing.
I'm gonna know more about your city than you will. Let's go, Christmas market.
I don't do research of my own city until I do it, basically.
Oh, that's so cute. Fuck.
Uh-oh, you found something.
They have a great Dickens Christmas fair. So, you know, Charles Dickens, a Christmas
fair. Oh, really?
They have a Christmas fair. And it's in Daly City.
Really?
Yeah.
Looking towards the direction of Daly City, by the way, but
yeah, it's at the Cow Palace. Wow.
Wait, really? It's at Cow Palace? Yeah, I know. It's called Cow Palace. I'm not kidding.
Cow Palace Arena and Event Center. Yeah.
Oh. It's happening now?
No. Soon, next week, November 20th.
Oh. Until when?
November 20th until December 19th.
Okay, I got time.
Yeah.
Because I'm going home around that time for Thanksgiving. I was like, I hope it doesn't last the week I'm back at home. That would suck. Fucking Fleet Week. Still miffed about that.
There's so much.
That's like really easy for me to get to. Cow Palace is like 20 minutes away from me. Now you guys know where I live.
Kind of, not really.
I know, I'm trying to figure out a 20-minute radius.
Well, San Francisco addresses are fucking weird. Anyway.
Yeah.
There's the Sunset Holiday Mercantile. It's a 2-day event.
Ooh.
That's cute. It's free admission. You can enjoy live entertainment and kids activities while you shop from local merchants, eat artisanal foods, and attend a wine and beer tasting, all for free.
All for free in the Sunset District, eh?
Yeah, it's at the San Francisco County Fair building in Golden Gate Park. The dates and times for the 2021 still season are still to be determined, but they are working on planning that and getting it finalized.
Ooh. I have never heard that building at Golden Gate Park. Hold on a second. I'm trying to figure out where the fuck that is.
There's also the California Academy of Sciences Nightlife Holiday Bazaar.
Did they have a bazaar there? Really? I would believe it because it's a really nice park between DeYoung and California. No, wait, no, is this Academy of Arts? Wrong thing. Wait, arts or science?
California Academy of Sciences.
Yeah, no, okay, they do have a nice... I'm assuming that's in Golden Gate Park, I think.
I don't know, but they have a planetarium and I want it.
Oh, yeah, that's the one in Golden Gate Park. Okay.
Wait, I want it.
What was I going to look up?
You are going to look up the San Francisco County Fair building.
There was another thing, too, but I won't look that up.
You can go see... Oh, you can go see a
Don't do
magical
disguise.
Cirque Christmas. The Cirque du Soleil will be in San Francisco on December 30th.
Ooh.
Hmm.
San Francisco County
You're right. They
Fair.
don't have a lot of like markets there, but they do have a lot of entertainment for Christmas. Wow.
That I would believe.
They have a Swedish Christmas fair. Go get some Swedish chocolate. Um, this is at St. Mary's Cathedral on Geary Street. Ha ha ha! Guess what Geary Street is? Sorry,
Yeah, I
never
know.
mind.
Thanks.
Yeah, what? Shut up.
Okay. No, I think
Oh
I
my god, but that
know
sounds.
where that is.
Oh, that's so European. Oh my god, you're. Oh, if you could go.
Go. When
It's
is
on
it?
December 4th from 9 a.m. to 4 p.m. And this is the description. This is why I want you to go. Indulge
You
in
better
Swedish
remind me then.
food, chocolate, and mulled wine while listening to Swedish folk music and shopping for unique crafts.
Wait, no, this actually sounds like fun.
Right?
Oh shit, okay. That'd be cool. I
Oh,
want to go
this
see the
one's
Trans-Siberian
already.
Orchestra
This
again.
event already
Oh.
passed.
Aw,
That's sad.
really?
There's the Renegade Craft Fair
Oh.
that's already passed.
Oh, I see.
Yeah. San
See
Francisco Swedish
Trans-Siberian
Christmas Fair, December 4th, 9 a.m. to 4 p.m.
at the St. Mary's Cathedral. I think I know where that is, actually. Yeah, in the Eternal Line. It would be in the Eternal Line.
Oh, you can go have mulled wine. I'm jealous.
I haven't had mulled wine at all, so be first.
It's so good.
Is it a free event? Do I gotta pay? Do I have to reserve?
Oh god, I just closed the damn link.
I just figured out that thing. Oh,
Made
no,
me
no.
close the link. Excuse me.
Nice. Trans-Siberian Orchestra concert again. Ooh.
Oh my god,
That
can you
was
go
fun.
take a hippie van?
I'm scared.
Holiday Lights Love Tour. Hop into a classic hippie Volkswagen van and let your guide show you the holiday lights of San Francisco in a unique style.
Oh my god. I need people
Oh
for
my
that shit.
god,
I'm
I
not running
love
that
this.
alone.
Their selling point is this decorated van holds up to 6 guests. This makes for a cozy, warm holiday tour. Plus, you get a free Santa hat.
Okay. Speaking of Santa hats, I don't know if
No.
this was a thing back in London, if you can recall. But there's like a certain weekend in December, I think. At least in San Francisco. I know for the fact this happens in San Francisco. Where it basically becomes quote unquote SantaCon. Where everyone decides to dress up as Santa Claus or just wear the Santa hat for a weekend walking around San Francisco with a Santa hat. Like there's certain establishments that have like specials on things and whatnot. And it's like a really just a adult thing to do. In San Francisco during the holidays. I don't know if they're gonna do
The,
it now,
the
but
Swedish Fair is free admission.
ooh,
Yeah, so the Christmas Fair 2021 will be in Palo Alto on December 4th.
that's a. Wait, why is it on the same time as the? Well, shit.
Yeah, the Swedish Christmas Fair, Saturday, December 4th at 11 a.m. to 3 p.m. Free admission, free parking. New location, the Cubberley Community Center Pavilion, 4000 Middlefield Road, Palo Alto, California.
Well, it looks like I'm going all the way to Palo Alto. Wait, when is December 4th? That's a Saturday.
Yes, it is.
Okay, cool. Cool, I get to go to Palo Alto. Let's go. Oh shit, I just broke my phone. I've always wanted to go to Palo Alto. I guess now I have an excuse to go to Palo
Oh,
Alto.
look at all the
Woo-hoo.
food, dude. And like all just, I want to go.
Open for general admission. I'm pretty sure it is.
What is? What?
The event. The Christmas market.
Yeah, the Swedish Christmas Fair is
Look it
free
up now.
admission.
I'm
Free
curious.
admission, but you'd want to bring
Sweet.
money to buy treats and snacks and things.
That
so.
that's understandable. Yeah. Okay. Yeah.
You're not gonna just get free food. Sorry,
No.
it's not how markets work.
Swedish Christmas fair.
Yes.
I like how it news to search up San Francisco.
Yes, this Truck and Talk Thursday is me looking up things about your city. This is what we're doing.
Oh, this is cool. Indoor event. Okay. fair. I don't know what does. Anyways, so yeah, I've been having a very fun, adventurous weekend to basically balance out my work week. And tomorrow, I think, actually, I have one of my friends, my ex coworker from my census job, coming over to San Francisco, and they kind of want to invite me to go places. So I'll probably join them to do things and whatnot. I don't know what they're planning to do, which is interesting because they're normie people and I'm not a normie. So it's gonna be interesting. It's gonna be fun. Tomorrow and whatnot. Wait. I have no idea where this is, but it looks cool to go to. Okay, I'll think about it. Definitely think about it.
He's gonna go. I'm gonna make him. Don't worry, guys.
You're gonna make me. Please do.
I made the declaration now in this Truck and Talk Thursday stream.
Is that Sam Trans Bus? PTA. Oh wow, this is San Jose territory already. Okay. Interesting. Fascinating. Hey, look, it's Stanford, so it's just past Stanford. Ew. I'm gonna have to go to sleep early on this Friday night then. It's gonna be a one hell of a. I'm gonna do one hell of a journey, adventure journey down that way.
On December 4th.
Yeah. I wanna have like a whole day trip for that one. Because I'm already going down. Like, if anything, I'm going down towards San Jose.
Cool.
So I'll just have like a full day of just exploring, whatnot. Go there. If anything, if I explored all the things around that event, I'll go probably down to San Jose. Maybe just go to Great Mall, do some shopping, and then try to go all the way back around to San Francisco, to home. In San Francisco. But cool. This sounds like fun. I can't wait to let this come around.
You can experience a European Christmas in the heart of San Francisco.
It sounds like it. Definitely
heart of the Bay Area.
Heart of the. Okay, yeah, that makes a lot more sense because it is the Bay Area. I'll be going to the peninsula. I've always wanted to go to the peninsula and try all the Swedish stuff and mulled wine.
Mulled wine.
Oh shit! Where am I going?
Crazy.
But yeah, all the craziness of my thing, even though it only happened like 2 days of the week. How have you been, Dragon?
Well, hi. I was reading an update from your company when you asked me that. My bad.
Oh.
They released if you are curious about your own job, your company, they released the latest blog for a highlight of the key features of Odoo 15.
Gosh, it's been very fun learning the new software. Don't get me wrong, the new version of Odoo is very interesting to learn, especially on the support side. Tons of things that I can't talk about, technically.
Fair enough, but I was distracted reading that. For me, I've been busy. Very busy.
Yeah, I remember this. You have.
Because November is the month of constant meetings, events, supporting a lot of people while working a lot. And it's just busy. Yeah, so let's do an overview of everything, shall we? In terms of speeches and presentations I'm delivering this month, I will be doing 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 speeches.
Jeez.
4 speeches, 1 little mini presentation. This month I have to conduct an orientation for a new member at Northern Lights. I have 2 open houses. One was today, one is at the end of the month. And I had a couple of area level meetings as well as our regular executive meetings for Toastmasters and the regular one-on-one meetings with members as well as the PR committee. It's just busy. It's just a lot of Toastmastering and a lot of presentations and a lot of prep work to do and a lot of trying to manage my time while also apparently trying to rest like the Stirp wants me to, but
At least for this week, or at least
no,
the
I can't
next.
this week.
Not this week. Not this week.
This week I've got like 3 of my presentations this week.
You do. At least try to find a time to rest.
No.
Don't get sick, okay?
Like I don't. Really. I don't know.
I feel like you should be more fine now compared to like definitely when you.
I got my flu shot, so I've got more immunity boost.
Woo! I still need to get my flu shot, and
you told me you weren't going to do it until you get home.
Yeah, no, I need to schedule it. I actually probably need to schedule both of that before I leave here, so at least have a schedule.
Well, this is the time where I pull up my sticky note and I start reminding. I like how it's my turn to talk and I'm still writing things down for you.
It's funny. I think I reminded myself earlier today. Hey, don't forget to schedule a COVID vaccine booster shot, and I wonder if I could get the flu shot at the same time. My left mind says yes.
It's probably not recommended. It's probably not recommended though.
Probably not.
Because both are going to have their own symptoms, and they're both trying to fight something at the same time, so maybe not. Yeah. I don't know how science works.
Who does? I just help do IT shit, and you're
you do the digital like stuff, but no. Yeah.
No one is a hard science here.
No.
If you are, you're not. If you're not, why are you on Twitch?
Hey, doctors and medical professionals can be on Twitch. I fundraise for Extra Life, and they're all medical doctor peoples.
That's true.
And children's health. Although it's pediatrics, not like hardcore, like adults, proper things. But yeah, it's still science. Hey, Pfizer got approved for 5 to 11-year-olds.
I've heard.
I'm not to talk about COVID all the time, but you know, it's cool.
The one cool thing.
Mm-hmm. I think Canada's going to start doing that in January, is administering the 5 to 11 shots. I think that's when we're also going to get our booster shots officially, is in January too. It takes a while for us. I mean, in Alberta it's probably going to be longer because that's the way it works here. But
God damn it.
Yeah, it would be nice to get it in January because that would be 6-7 months since I got my second dose, so... It would be good.
I'm gonna get my last one. That's good to be 7 months for me.
Yeah.
If I get it this month, by this month.
Because they recommend it a minimum of 6 months after your second dose.
Woo!
So, anyway, that's a little COVID update. Oh, fuck. I don't even want to talk about although my city has gone against the province again. Because my city's like, fuck the government. And our mask mandate is now in place indefinitely.
Ooh.
Whereas the Alberta government's trying to come up with a formal timeline to end it. So my city's like, fuck you. COVID's still a real thing, and we're going to make sure everyone stays masked.
Right.
Yeah, because it's been bad. Anyway, so November's really busy for me. Mm-hmm. But I'm also very excited for all of it in a weird way. Because I feel like all the things that I've done up until this point has led me to this marathon.
To be fair, yeah. It's true.
Because now that I've been VPE since July, that's what? How many months is that? Like 4?
4, yeah.
Now that's been 4 months on this role. I'm definitely settled into it. And
you have your groove in a way.
I know how to be adaptable and flexible and how to like... Whenever someone has something to tell me or something to change, I will just do it. And I can manage it a little bit better. There are new things that have been peeking up a little bit that I've been like, what the fuck, guys? We've been doing this for 4 months. What are you doing? To me. But otherwise, it's been kind of like pretty good. Yeah, for example, we had a little miscommunication between me and the president of my club. Northern Lights, because he did not show up for the meeting last week and I had no idea, and it turns out he had written an email to send me directly to tell me I wasn't going to be there so I can conduct the business meeting, but never hit send. And so it's in his draft folder the whole time. So I got blindsided, and our meeting ended like 9 minutes early because
Ooh,
I had that time scheduled, and he removed it without telling me.
I see.
So there's a little bit of like a what the fuck kind of thing going on, but we like resolved it and talked about it. And then Austin, my dear friend Austin, he keeps promising to do things and send things my way for the past like few weeks now and hasn't done it.
Mm-hmm.
So then I've
Oh,
stepped up and did it. So an example of that is like a 6-month plan for core development. My other Toastmasters club, so I did that. I created that document. We had our meeting about it, and like it's kind of implemented in place. So that happened. I did it because he didn't. And then I also wanted him to create the protocol for general evaluation because we don't have enough members in our club to have a general evaluator.
mm-hmm.
So we wanted to come up with a round robin protocol for it. So like we have a process that stays the same every week in, week out. He promised me to deliver that to me and never did.
Ooh.
So I created it and then got a stamp of approval. So little
Woohoo.
things like that where like he really has kind of let me down on a couple things. Like trying to deliver things in time. Like I'll wait like 3-4 weeks for something from him and not get it. And so then I'll just sit there and be like, fuck, I'll do it. Which is also tiring. Because like I don't want that to be the expectation, but at the same
Mm-hmm.
time, it kind of is
It
because he
kind
is extremely busy with like being an executive member on all 3 clubs
right.
that we're a part of, and also helping out with the area level now, and helping out with the division director. So like he's too busy. That's
Jeez.
why he needs to stop promising me shit and just tell me what I need to do to help him.
Right.
Uh, but it's been a little whirlwind crazy. So my tasks keep growing longer and longer because I'll take on more and more from him,
Mm-hmm.
which hasn't been helpful, but it's kind of the system in place right now.
It's somehow working and not work. It's somehow working. Has it really got to the point of not working, right?
Yeah, I mean, I'm feeling it a little bit this month where I don't want this to keep happening.
Right.
But at this point, it's like I have to. Like I feel like I just have to keep going with it. But I'm hoping to get like I just nope, just
Right.
nope. It's really tiring. Like this week, I've been feeling kind of the like dread of every task almost a little bit
Mm-hmm.
because I know that it's something that I didn't have to be done by me, but then of course it kind of has to be done by me because others can't step up and do it.
Right.
So it's a little frustrating. I'm trying to deal with the kind of like the more behind the scenes part of my role, like dealing with other people that have positions like mine and them not fulfilling their part of that position and then me taking over for it. That's where it's a little frustrating. But the regular stuff I do, like the agenda planning, the roles, finding speakers, finding evaluators, meeting with members and supporting them with their goals, that stuff, I'm pro at that now.
You got that shit down.
It's just that I could tell everyone is getting busier and everyone's getting more tired.
Mm-hmm.
And so the slack has to be picked up somehow. And
By
it tends
someone.
to follow me. So it's a little tiring, a little frustrating, but you do what you can. And that's kind of what I'm doing this month, is doing what I can.
Right.
While still
Yeah.
working 32 hours a week.
At least getting back into
Overnights.
it.
Yes. Although this week, I'm minus 5 hours from that because of what the fuck. This week was weird. Um, but yeah, Toastmasters is just really, really busy. I feel like I'm the only one promoting things, the only one sharing things, the only one doing things, the creating content for social media as well. I feel like I'm the only one doing all of it, and I'm really
Mm-hmm.
tired.
Aw.
Um, and for some reason, people keep wanting to add to my list too, or make or change things completely on me.
Hmm.
Which is like, can we not? We had never worried about recording speeches for 4 months. Why are we suddenly doing it? Like the day, like why are you suddenly asking me to record your speeches the day before a meeting?
Right.
Because that's not enough time. Because when it comes to recording other people, you need to get their permission. You need to ask if the speaker's okay with it. You need to ask if the group's okay with it. You need to figure out who will download it and who will edit the video for social media posting.
Mm-hmm.
And yeah, try to do that a day before when I work that night and have to take care of it. Not enough time.
Right.
So there's just been little mini disasters everywhere I look lately.
Aw.
But it all worked out. But it's just
Just too much little requests that are just making it very
yeah, a little bit. And like Austin also wants me to look at making like charting our analytics, so like making a graph for our analytics for social media interactions and views. And I'm like, I'm not a grapher. I don't. That's the one unit in math that I never was good at. I
Graphing.
excelled in like the applied math route, which is kind of like your lower level math route.
Mm-hmm.
Excelled in that route, like trigonometry. Uh, what is the other one? What are the other two big
Algebra.
ones? Algebra. Those two, trig and algebra, solid. High 80s, 90s. Got that shit. Graphing, 60s.
Understandable. Graphing can sometimes be a bitch, if not all the time a bitch.
Right? So, but he said, oh, if you just share the document with me, I'll look into it. I'm like, will you though? Like, I'm starting to have that doubt of like when he says he's going to do something, it's like, will you
Mm-hmm.
though? So we'll see, we'll see. But it's just like all these little added things, like, hey, we should start doing this for our things. Hey, why don't we start recording these videos and posting it on social media? Hey, why don't we try this? And I like how everyone
Right.
has the we when they ask these questions, but then
Not
it ends up becoming me.
me. Right.
Yeah, it's ridiculous.
Oh, my mic is almost falling down.
Damn, it's all wiggly floppy.
Right? It's like it just went all the way in. I'm just like, hello, Mike. Do you want to stay up or do you want to go down?
I like how you have your mic arm just covering your whole face.
At this point, yeah, I was trying to fix it. I need to fix it right when I'm driving. There we go, much better.
But you're almost at your destination, so
Oh, I am.
you
I
can
got to
fix it there.
Casper already.
Yeah, the friendly ghost.
True.
Sorry, say hi to him for me. But yeah, it's just a lot of like little things that suddenly people want to change or do differently, and it's like, why I do it? I'm like, what? No.
You didn't tell me early enough to do this, and I'm not ready to do this.
Yeah. So it's just like, damn it. All right, I guess I'll try to find time. Question mark to do it, and it's just,
Right.
yeah, it's starting to stack up and add up a little bit, and then
Aw.
this month has been hard too because like I got pretty lucky from the end of September to basically November, where I had speakers lined up every week
Mm-hmm.
and presentations and people ready to go to complete projects and do their shit. Amazing. November, I've had to hunt down for speakers,
Ooh.
like every week so far, like last week and this week, and I'm gonna have to do it again next week. And it's like, oh God, guys, please don't run out of momentum yet. I need you. Please
Aw.
don't. I don't have it in me to do a 6th or 7th speech this month. Please. So,
Someone's got to do it.
yes.
It's not yet full holidays. That's not until December.
Yeah. December, fuck it. I don't care if we have one speech a week. It's December.
It's the
Um,
holidays.
exactly. But November, we still want at least 2 speakers every week at the bare minimum so we can have a full program for an hour and a half,
Mm-hmm.
hour and a half. So it's just like, come on, guys, we can do it. Let's go. I also forgot to mention that I'm doing Speechcraft every Wednesday nights too.
Ooh. What
But
day?
it's okay, how do I explain it? So Toastmasters International, that's the organization that I'm a part of in 3 different
Mm-hmm.
clubs. They created a program where you can teach public speaking skills and presentation skills to interested people. So it could be to the general public, it could be to university students, college students, high school students. It's like a lot of different cool things.
Mm-hmm.
And so my university, I literally say my university because I graduated from it, the U of
You're an
A,
alumni.
I'm an alumni. The pharmacy students, the first year pharmacy students, it's mandatory for them to take this in
Oh,
their first year.
interesting.
And because the U of A have taken the Toastmaster Speechcraft program and translated it into a public speaking module class.
Oh.
So for every Wednesday this month, so from last week to, I guess I started 2 weeks ago, or we're on week 3 already. Yeah, damn, week 3 coming up. For 4 Wednesdays in a row, I am a co-instructor with Cornelius, who's another member of mine at Northern Lights. He and I are co-teaching this program. And basically, it's structured as the first week was sort of a big introduction, overview, and some educationals. And I was a part of it. I did the model workshop. And so it was basically showing them how to do an introduction for a speaker. Then a speaker would deliver a speech to show them organization and how to make mistakes and how it's okay to make mistakes, and then be evaluated. So I did the speech. And I was part of the model workshop for them to show what they're going to be going towards, basically, at the end of the week, or end of the month. So it was really good. It was a lot of fun. And so the first 2 sessions have been broken up with like whole group educationals and workshops. And the second half of the session is individual classes where we'll go through certain skills. So week 1 was just doing like silly icebreaker things just to get to know each other, and a little bit of table topics or impromptu speaking.
Nice.
Then last week they got to do mini speeches. So they got to introduce the speaker. The speaker delivered a 2-minute speech, and then they would be evaluated. So just a little mini kind of like, okay, here's the very introduction to get you used to speaking. Second little mini introduction to delivering a speech and preparing a speech. Now we're into week 3 and 4 where they all have to develop full-on 4 to 6-minute speeches.
Oh boy.
And do longer introductions, longer evaluations. And so this week, half of our session, half of our meeting will be the speeches. So we'll have 7 students deliver speeches and be introduced and go through the triad system. And in the second half of the system, the other 7 kids who just sat there and were waited will be going through table topics.
Oh, okay.
Or
So
impromptu
they have like
speaking.
a split thing kind of way.
Yeah, and then week 4 will be, flip-flop. Mm-hmm. So it's really cool. And my group's really funny because I've learned very quickly that they all love ice cream. Most of the kids love ice cream or popcorn.
Interesting.
Last week I learned that a lot of them play sports or piano.
Wow.
It's quite a unique group that we've got.
They're very talented and interesting in the same ways.
Yeah, pretty much. And this week, so last couple of weeks I was just a co-instructor, so I would take on like only half the work. Or like do like the second half of the work, and Cornelius would do the first half. This week, coming up, I'm doing the first half.
Ooh.
I'm leading the actual class for the full 2 hours, so it's going to be busy.
Gonna sound like fun.
Yeah. So I get to do that this month too, and I'm teaching every Friday night with my D&D kids.
Your kiddos.
And we're still doing Spell Clash, oddly enough. But that's because there's been a lot of drama in the Spell Clash tournaments. Because I planned for it.
It was all according to plan.
Kind of. Some of it has been a surprise, and I'm like, sure, we'll roll with that. Yeah, your character can absolutely go punch that lizard folk in the crowd. Why not? Yeah, it's just chaos.
Nice.
Always. But it's fun. And yeah, I'm doing all that. And then I realized, I think I told you this last week, but a week from today, the 20th, I'll be awake from like 4 p.m. Friday evening until 3 p.m. Saturday.
Jeez.
Because of how things have lined up. Because I have to get up at 4 to kind of get ready to eat, change, and get ready to teach at 6. Then I go to work that night. And then I have to Uber home first thing in the morning because I have club officer training. So that's where like all the executive members get trained again for second round. Second round training. And that's from 8:30 to 12 p.m. And then Northern Lights, my regular meetings, 1:30 to 3 p.m.
Jeez.
So next Saturday is literally I think that if I need to describe November in like one day, it's that day.
Damn.
So there'll be
everything happening, like the things that'll be happening all in November just happens on that one day. Typical.
Yeah, pretty much.
Typical days of November in one day.
Yeah, so like next week is just gonna be crazy because I will be doing a speech at the area council meeting. Then I will be doing a mini demonstration during that meeting as well. So technically 2 little speeches during that meeting.
Mm-hmm.
Then I've got another meeting on the 18th that I'll be doing a presentation for. And then Saturday is just that intense day, the 4 p.m. to 3 p.m. kind of thing. And then I'll be doing a speech the following week.
Hot damn.
Yeah, I'll be doing an educational, so that'll be fun.
Ooh. Something will
I'm
be
actually
in
looking
your
forward to that
forte.
speech.
Oh, really?
Yeah, because it's about controlling your fears. It's talking about confidence and
Ooh.
anxiety and how to combat that in public speaking.
That's big. That sounds really
It's a
big,
big
actually.
topic.
It
Yeah.
really is, because not a lot of people could talk easily in public, and definitely for terms of like proper public speaking,
Hmm.
that's a skill to learn.
Yeah. So it's really cool. I've gone through the PowerPoint and I'm making my changes and developing my script for that. It was really fun. So yeah, my speeches this month, I got to do, well, if you are subscribed to my channel, you would have seen that I did a little tiny, like 11-minute-ish episode for the podcast because I had to do a creative podcast project and speech.
Ah, okay.
Yeah, so that little tiny like preview was is going to be for a larger project coming up. If I have
Ooh.
time to record it this month, I'm hoping I will. But
You
yeah, I
still got
did.
17 days to go.
Sure. Uh,
16.
but how many videos is that? It's technically 2 more videos this month to get through for podcast stuff, and it's going to be a longer mental health series. Whee! But basically, yeah, it's a little snippet of what's to come because I plan on doing mental health as my next big series of topics for my podcast.
Interesting. Okay. Sounds
And
fun. That
so
sounds really. That's gonna be deep. To be fair.
it will be, but it's also me. So
True.
I'll put my own, like, derpy twist to it because I do.
I mean, you have your fair share of experiences with it too, so it's gonna be interesting. Like that's gonna be like
Yeah.
a topic it's gonna be definitely. I would you consider that topic to be very? Granted, it's very in general it's very hard to talk about, but uh, how do you feel in terms of like talking about it now, like in terms of like as a podcast episode, I guess.
I think that it's an important enough topic to talk about,
And then
which
we're
is a
just
very vague statement. But I mean, when you talk about your own shit, it's hard, right? Like
right.
the things that you deal with. Like I've done. Well, the reason why I want to do it though is because I've done projects where I've explored it a bit further this year. So
Mm-hmm.
like understanding my emotional intelligence is a big one. And how I cope with stress and how I can focus on the positives and trying like reframing my negative thoughts.
Right.
And then I've been like in therapy and going
Yeah.
through all of my own things and realizing that I most likely have some elements of PTSD to like combat and a little bit of depression and things. So
Mm-hmm.
it's been a year of basically exploring all that.
Right.
It's just been kind of crazy, but it's also
Going a
kind of
more
important to share it.
right. Going in a more, I guess, not really analytical. Would you say
Self-reflective?
self-reflective? There you go. Because I was like,
I'm
it
not
sounds
very analytical.
right. So it's
It's more of
definitely going to
like a
be
reflection of like, wow, my life really did all that to me, huh?
right.
It's kind of
Interesting.
that
Interesting.
thing. I told you I'm gonna make this derpy, guys. It's me. I'm gonna laugh at
It is you.
myself a lot in these episodes. But basically, I want to start off with like a general mental health like episode. Like,
Mm-hmm.
hey, this is what mental health is. These are all the different forms it can come in, and within all of those different forms it can come in, has their own different forms that can come in, and do like a very big like general thing like that. And then it's
Right.
gonna go into separate topics. And so I did a snip preview of one of the topics, which will be toxic positivity. So I did a speech on that. Or I created a video to do a speech on that,
Mm-hmm.
basically, and shared that. And then that's one speech. Then I did connective storytelling was one project I did, and that was for the workshop that I did for Speechcraft.
Mm-hmm.
And I told my university experience.
Oh, you told me about this.
Yeah, how I was like
Right.
that bright, bushy-eyed first-year student and realized, oh boy, life can catch up with me quickly, and I almost quit. But then I didn't. I didn't give up, but I graduated 5.5 hour, 5.5 hours, 5.5
In 5.5
years
hours.
later, I managed to get my degree despite the ups and downs from
Right.
university. So I did a speech on that.
Oh.
Next week is a speech on public relations strategies in terms of conducting open houses for Toastmasters clubs.
Ooh.
And then the little mini demonstration in that meeting as well will be on what Northern Lights has done for social media content and how the area level social media pages can do the same thing for your clubs.
Ooh.
So I'll be doing a little mini demonstration and post on that. Then next week, I also will be doing a book review presentation that uses a PowerPoint to explain the key points of the book and why I liked it, and then my overall rating at the end.
Oh, interesting. Sounds very standard.
Pretty
Like I like.
much. That's why I haven't done a lot of prep work with it yet, because it's basically like, yes, I read this book called Kaizen. It's written by Sarah Harvey, and it's cool. I mean, it's going to be a 5 to 7 minute speech, but yeah, it's just the
It
book.
sounds like a book report. Not
A
gonna lie,
little
it sounds
bit.
like a book report. Like a verbal book report.
Yeah. It's a book report, so I get to do that. And
Cool.
then I get to do an education on controlling your fear, which is literally talking about anxiety and public speaking. So it talks about anxiety triggers, symptoms, how you can manage your anxiety, and yeah, that's kind of what it's about.
Man.
And how you can build your confidence through managing your anxiety in these ways. So that's all the very big things I'm doing this month.
Really big. Those are some big projects for November, definitely.
Yeah. The podcast one, because I actually showed that video in a meeting, and that's at Core
Oh.
Development, my morning club. I felt really gypped or
Oh.
duped or I don't know, kind of maybe overlooked. Yeah, that's the word.
Oh.
Because
Okay.
Ken in my club, he delivered a really good persuasive speech about trying to get some funding to restore a church here in my city that has a lot to do with Indigenous rights and protections.
Oh, interesting. Okay.
So very important speech. He even dressed up, like wore the whole suit and tie, like to the nines
Wow.
at like
Wow. Really went
7:30 a.m.
across. Like
Yeah, at 7:30 a.m.
far and beyond.
Yeah, whereas I just played a video.
Right.
But it was a very important topic. But like everyone had really great feedback for Ken in that meeting, like in the general round robin discussion.
Uh-huh.
No one said shit about my speech.
Aw.
So I completely got duped from it. And then Ken was really sweet though, because he emailed me after that meeting and was just like, "Hey, I wanted to say, what did he say here? Oh my god, so funny little side here before we get all like serious and sincere. He he spelled my name wrong in this
Oh
email. Can
no.
you guess how autocorrect changed my name? So my real name is Violet.
Right.
What are the other ways? How would autocorrect fix Violet?
All I could think of is Violetta for whatever reason.
Well, that's true. Spanish or Violeta, Violet, Violet.
Can we go
I know.
French?
No. Um, Another English word.
What starts with a V?
Yeah, of course. There's literally one extra letter in this word.
Fuck.
It's another word for aggression or aggressive.
Oh no.
Violence. So he was like, violence. Thank you for this presentation this morning.
Oh no.
I was like, wow, Ken, are you a Starbucks barista? Because damn.
Order for violence?
You have no idea how many times that's happened to me. You have
Oh
no
shit.
idea. It's either been violence, viola, violin. I've had violin once. And I had one person who gave up on my name and just put V.
Okay,
Fair.
honestly, that's fair at that point. But still.
Yeah, but basically his email was just like, thank you so much for your presentation, very personal and heartfelt. Um, blah, 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 blah. It was very stimulating, thought-provoking. I realized now that in the meeting, a lot of
Oh my.
us completely overlooked how important that topic was. So thank you so much for doing it, and I hope we don't do this to you again, kind of thing.
Oh.
Because you've been coming to the meetings prepared with like really deep and important topics that all of us should be aware of. Like he pointed out my imposter syndrome speech I did a while ago.
Mm-hmm.
I also talked about expectations versus reality in a speech once. And then he basically ends the email with like, "Thanks again. You are certainly one of the reasons I come to Toastmasters every week."
Aww.
So that was nice because, like, yeah, it was completely ignored, like the importance of that
Right.
speech and topic was ignored by everyone. And then I met with Austin after because we always have our one-on-one meetings every Tuesday.
Right.
And he had that realization too. When as soon as I like picked up the call, he's like, "Violet, I have to apologize." I was like, "Well, why? What did you do? What did I do? What?" And
I
he
didn't
was
do
just
anything,
like,
I promise.
"That is sweet, right, Keo? Like that, just that." I've had a few really like sweet moments this week, but with like Toastmasters and things.
Right.
So
I'm glad
that's
that
one of
even
them.
like I'm glad that even him, like the one who really set it off, like really sent off a message to you saying that, all
Yeah,
that.
and then Austin too was sort of like like immediately like, "I'm so sorry," because like he's the toastmaster for that meeting and he was in
Right.
charge of the general round robin discussion
Mm-hmm.
for everyone to give feedback to all elements and all parts of the meeting, but everyone focused on Ken's speech. He
Right.
noticed that he's like, "I have to apologize, like your speech in that podcast episode was so important about toxic positivity because not even I don't think people realize that they do this to other people, so it's really important speech." And we completely overlooked it. I was like, "Thanks, buddy. He's
Aw.
okay. He's okay." But yeah, it was kind of damn. But that email was really sweet. The other sweet moment that happened this week was I don't know if I talked about this before, but I helped a Toastmaster member with an interview for a new job in
Oh.
in British Columbia. And so I helped her prepare for the interview. We did mock interview prep. I even walked her through a mock interview to help her prepare for it. And then she had the interview and got the job. And so she's been flying back and forth to BC for the last few weeks, which is crazy. But she wanted to find time to come see me this week before she moved
Aw.
officially on the 14th. So tomorrow she moves.
Oh wow.
And
Okay.
her husband came by the apartments, or came by like we hung out in the lobby downstairs basically.
Mm-hmm.
And she surprised with me with a little cheesecake to share with my
Aw.
sister and I. So like
How
it's
sweet.
yeah, it's Japanese style cheesecake.
Yo,
And
wait, is it like
so
the fluffy kind? Or
not
something
the
like that?
fluffy kind.
It sounds familiar.
It's really hard to describe it. Let me look up the place again. Pablo
I'm
cheese
gonna
tart and Pablo Pablo. Um. Oh, my brain. I want the menu, please. Sorry.
It's a way to put it. You
Give
can
me
only ask
them.
Google like that.
I don't have fancy shit like you do. Oh, sorry, it's not a Japanese cheesecake. It's Japanese cheese tart, is what it is.
I see.
Uh,
Ooh, I think I kind of know what that is too.
yeah, I'll show you a picture later.
It's
But
like a little cup, right? Ish. Or I'm thinking.
no, it's kind of weird. It's like it was.
Yeah, I'll
It
explain to me later.
it's. Shut up. Well, I'm trying to find my words. Meh. Um, the
Sorry.
shell of it was like a pie,
Uh huh.
like a pie crust. So it was like that crispy, crunchy pie crust. But the inside
Right.
was like the texture of like kind of like a cheesecake. So it was like a thicker than a tart, but not quite as
Ooh, I
loose
see.
and
I see.
liquidy as a tart.
Uh huh.
Yeah, yeah. It
Ooh,
was
that
really good.
sounds
So she got
good.
that, and she brought 2 forks, so my sister and I could share it. And was like, we had a nice little like moment. Like, thank you. She was like very appreciative. Like, thank you so much for like
Aww.
all that you really have done for me in Toastmasters. Like me taking the
Aww.
roles again, coming back, making this like transition to coming back easier because she took like a few months off,
Mm-hmm.
and then helping her with her resume, the interview prep, the interview, and then yeah, it led to this big success for her. So
Aww.
it was really sweet. And then I'm like, oh fuck, I'm gonna miss her. Well, she like takes a couple months to settle down and like her new
Right.
place role, so it's
Right.
yeah.
Man.
Mm-hmm. I just,
That's sweet. That's really sweet.
yeah, it just makes me feel like I'm doing this role for a reason. So it felt really good.
There's highs. There's definitely the fun highs of like just performing things for Toastmasters, whichever club
Yeah,
would it be. Yeah.
yeah. And then today it was really sweet because I decided to not give myself a role for this open house because I needed a little bit of a breather
Mm-hmm.
because this was a really stressful open house to plan for. And so I got a table topic question and I answered it. It was really sweet because it was like, fucking Eric. I knew he was gonna ask me to answer this question. I know him because we've been talking about visions for Northern Lights and like our executive team.
Uh-huh.
And so his question today to me was, what is your vision for yourself in your role at Northern Lights? And so it was given to me.
Gee, I wonder.
Yeah. And I answered about like how I'm the VPE, so my vision is to support not that.
Nice. To support a burp.
To support your burping needs. No. I
Please
said that
don't. That's funny.
yeah. I said that something along the lines of like to support every member in our club with their own personal goals and help them achieve accomplishments throughout the year. And then I explained how I've already done that so far with, like Connie and a couple other members who've taken on new roles and have enjoyed
Mm-hmm.
it and that kind of thing. And I delivered that really well. And I won table topics today, but Annie made me cry
Oh.
because she was our table topics evaluator. And so she gave the sandwich method, right? Like, this was a really great answer. Your structure is well done. Oh, I have the actual notes here in my notebook still because I love Toastmasters a lot. Ba, 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 ba. Yeah, good pausing and great vision. You have a lot of passion, very well delivered.
Oh.
The only thing was that because I delivered it with so much passion, at times it was a little fast paced. But otherwise, it was amazing. And then she went on like a further tangent about like how far I've come as a member and that I've done so much to help so many
Aww.
people already, more people than I think I have helped out.
Right.
And that from knowing me a year ago and how far I've come, she's very proud of me. And
Not gonna lie.
I was like, I can't. I'm gonna cry. So it was, yeah, another like really sweet moment this week.
Uh-huh. Like, not gonna lie, definitely see that. Comparing, like, and I feel like I do need to go back to Red Chuck and Talk because next year it's gonna, no, next week is gonna be the technical 1 year anniversary of the reintroduction of Chuck and Talk Thursdays, or Chuck and Talk in
Hey.
general, which is crazy to say. I did do a count, and I think if I remember correctly, I will have 46 or 47. I think it was 47.
Yeah. Next week will
Truck
be
and
officially
Talks.
47.
Mm-hmm. Which means I've only skipped 5 weeks of the whole
Yeah.
year. That's I never did that because I think right now I have 90 truck and talks. 50 of that was spanned over a year and a half and such during 2018 and 2019. For this one, I'm shocked to say, but I'm very surprised to say that I have done it for 47 weeks. That shows I'm surprised of how consistent I could be. Coming right after working, right after working, getting laid off, finally taking a break, doing all the fun stuff, stressing out that I haven't found a job yet. To at the point, what, second month in now, working and still doing this, which is
Hmm.
amazing. And thank you guys. Thank you to all those who have tuned in so far, and to more that will be tuning in. You know, welcome. Please have fun. We'll all have fun here, talking about our random shit of the week,
All
along
the
our
random
weeks and
shit.
all that stuff. So definitely, I'm gonna be thinking about for next week. I think it's gonna be primarily focused on like a look back of all truck and talks, especially coming
Yeah.
back from my year and such at work and all that stuff. Love being here. Aw, thanks guys. I love all you guys here too. Just keeping up the chat, keeping up the chat, or with Dragon, like with the call, just to keep the chat rolling, just to keep everything very live and enjoying. Just try to like get those topics rolling, cause man, I remember watching my old ones that I'm still trying to figure out I'm able to think of a topic during that time. But now here, like just trying to figure out what to do and like that, I'm able to talk about it. It's been very easy to talk about. Sure, my speech hasn't gotten better, and I'm waiting for that little blurb from you, Dragon, about getting better at speed talking and whatnot. But I felt like even personally, just trying to like
I have a way to
knowing.
help you with that, but you refuse to come.
I know. But
There's
like
only so much I can help you with, dude.
I know. Definitely know.
Dude, I don't know why I said that, but I did it.
Dude. I like that though. It just sounds funny. But it sounds so proper for it too. Just because of the energy, the dynamics that comes around here. Definitely has been a change of pace compared to last time. I mean, to be fair, maybe yes and no, but I feel a lot more comfortable now doing this, no matter what, compared to before. Definitely, I mean, sure, every times, like I felt like prior to working Census, I was able to get that groove going. I just still was the person where like, nah, I don't want to do it, sort of thing. Now here it's
Yeah.
just like if I'm not feeling it for Thursday, I'm gonna try for later in the week. Just try to get that energy. Try to see if I can fake muster up something just so we could talk about it for like about an hour and a half or so, hour and a half, 2 hours. Hell, the ones we've done for like 3 hours. It's crazy compared to like the past ones where it's just been like an hour and a half.
Yeah.
To see that I can average around that time, even while still well, to be fair, there's an exception because it is Saturday, so it's like kind of just we could just let it roll, sort of thing. But
Cold.
usually I just try to go for the hour and a half, and I'm cutting it. That's it. So I'm gonna be looking definitely for next week. I'm gonna be looking back on all of the Trucker Talks for the fourth season technically because I started season 3 by year in terms of like the actual year. But technically, yeah, next week is gonna be the last episode of season 4, and then we'll start season 5 2 weeks, or technically the week after. But it's not gonna be a truck and talk because I'm gonna be at home for those who just as a heads up
Yay.
again. So most likely this will be a quick just chatting stream, but we'll make it a and talk stream sort of thing.
How does this relate to my shit?
I don't know why that came
Oh,
around. I
fair
don't
enough.
remember how I tangent off that. Oh,
Yeah.
considering how much you've grown, definitely for the year. Considering where you're starting up from, like I remember. I don't know if you were hesitant of joining Toastmasters at first because it was your therapist's recommendation to join
Yeah.
Toastmasters, and I knew for the fact like you wanted to do like I guess speeches to try to do like make
I did
make
not
way.
join Toastmasters to just do
No, I know
speeches
it's not.
like a year
Try to
ago.
find your voice. Actually, that's probably the better word I'm looking for.
To find my voice and to meet people in my city.
Right, it is. I forgot
Because
about.
I had
Definitely forgot to say
zero
that.
friends when I moved back.
That's true. That's true, and
And
especially
now I've
when
got a
you
whole
came back
family.
for COVID. Oh. But like, considering that it was just like very like if you think about it, like it's a personal goal, definitely a personal goal to hit, right?
Hmm.
Like definitely you're not thinking of joining the executive team, um,
Yeah.
doing a lot more things, but seeing where you're coming from and then obviously sharing it here on Truck and Talk, it's been surreal to say how much you have changed in terms of like how everything like I guess everything runs and operates basically because I remember before you're just like you know just trying to find your voice, nothing more than that,
Hmm.
and then yeah I'm trying to get some connections rolling to now. How many people do you talk on average, whether it's
Oh
with
man.
in general, with an executive, with a club, like that sort of thing?
Yeah.
It's real to say that how much you have like gone out of the bubble in 1 year.
Hmm.
Like I'm pretty sure. Again, we say this many times before in Truck and Talks, and hell, I'm gonna say it again this week. You never expected this to happen per se.
No.
Your personal goal was just to find your voice and make some friends.
Yeah.
But to join, um, have an executive position in one, trying to coach people and change their basically their lives in many ways,
Yeah.
and just lift provide something. Like there's like a what's the word I'm thinking of? Like definitely like motivation of just trying to I gotta do more in a way, but
Hmm.
in a fashion that it's like you're having fun with it, which is something it's I know you've been itching for this for years, even during your career, because oh god, we've also had those sort of truck and talk. You know, watch the older truck and talks, you probably would understand where this is coming
Yeah.
from. But to consider that, you know, that where what you've done so far in in Toastmasters and like all the contributions, the awards, you know, the recognition and all that stuff. I
Hmm.
never expected it to say like seeing it from an outsider's perspective, but also like kind of, well, you know, definitely outsiders perspective of like how much you've done in just 1 year. That's saying something. Usually, not a lot of people
Yeah.
could do that in a year.
True. I think I said this to one of my meetings earlier this week. Actually, oddly enough, on Veterans Day, Remembrance Day,
Oh,
we had
okay.
a fucking Toastmasters meeting because we meet on holidays now, apparently.
Oh boy.
Uh, but I was explaining how busy I've been to the area marketing team.
Mm-hmm.
So the area marketing team is like our area for all the clubs. So there's 5 clubs in our area. We have an area marketing team to help them boost their club growth and social media presence. So
Mm-hmm.
I'm part of that team, and I was explaining how busy I was to them while we're waiting for waiting for one person to show up. And one person noticed that even though I was talking about how busy I was smiling the whole time.
Oh.
And he pointed out, like, this is Mikey. And he was like, see, but Violet, all I see when you talk about all this stuff is you smiling. And that shows that you've got passion for it, right?
Right.
And when he said that, I was like, huh. I was like, I guess you could say that since joining Toastmasters, I've kind of found a purpose again. A little bit.
You really did, because oh my god, I definitely, and hence why you've gone to therapy for it. Like, yeah, there's you were not able to find a direction again. It just didn't help because COVID really amplified that. You had to go back home, you know, let go of all the progress of, you know, like in terms of trying to, you know, teach, even though it really hasn't
Yeah.
happened per se.
Like, I lost my career job.
Mm-hmm.
I lost the ability to travel and make new friends. I lost independence for a while there too,
You did,
living with
for
family
sure.
again. And there was very little like love for life
Mm-hmm.
when I like those first few months coming back home. And then this Toastmasters thing came into my life, and now look, I am now actually seeing how far I've come personally with my speaking skills, communication skills, and
Definitely.
confidence. But not only that, but I've actually seen an impact already
Mm-hmm.
with others. I've helped members complete their levels and pathways far quicker than they thought they would be able to.
Oh.
I helped a member get a dream job in British Columbia. I've helped Austin keep his head on straight many times.
Aw.
Like there's an impact, and
Mm-hmm.
it's crazy. I'm not perfect at this role, absolutely not. There's so much more for me to learn, but
Especially for you,
I'm so
you're only
excited
there
to
for
do
a
it.
year.
Yeah.
Like you're only there for a year. You can't master everything. Again, hence why it takes many years to become a DTM and all that stuff. But to say, yeah, of how much you've learned so far and
Hmm.
how much you've, you know, yeah, made an impact to many people within the clubs. That's in 1 year. That's saying something, and I could tell there you've definitely put your dedication to it. Probably, you know, maybe a little bit more than you should at times, but
Cough,
it
cough. This whole November,
like
but
you for once you've seen it paid off, and it's
yeah,
still paying off to this
yeah.
day. God,
Oh,
thank you, Gil, for the 100 bits. Also didn't mean to crash. I was
I
trying to
thought
turn
this.
beautifully. I went head on.
Thank you. Yeah, it is good to hear. Like, I honestly don't know where
It's
I would
okay.
have been. if I hadn't joined Toastmasters last year.
I wonder the same thing too now. Like, if it wasn't for that recommendation from your therapist, it's a wonder what would have happened in 2021. Sure,
Hmm.
2021 was not the year everyone expected it to be.
Yeah,
It's supposed to be like the year of recovery, except, shit somehow happened and then it kind of went, ugh. It tried and then it went downhill.
it's because humanity is stupid. But anyway.
Yeah, fair. Honestly, yeah. But at the same time, it's like, fuck up all what's going on right now in terms of humanity. You know, do care a little bit, obviously, but fuck the shit that's going down. I got my shit to do, sort of thing.
Hmm.
And to see all the things you've done, like it kept you productive. Sure, it's like it depends on how you see it, right? I'm not gonna go to it, but like it kept you productive throughout this year. It may have put you in a little bit of stress from time to time,
A little bit.
a little bit, right? But I've never seen you, like happy stress in a way.
Yeah, and
It's
it's a
it's
happy stress.
it's definitely happy stress where you're not like, again, outside of like actual life
Hmm.
and all that stuff, like the actual stuff. Again, we could talk about this, like probably could talk about this more personally, but
Hmm.
like seeing that you're not dealing with it as much. Well, depends, but it's like a very dependent sort of thing. But
I
seeing
think
how much.
what you're trying to say here a little bit is that, I mean, I'm still not teaching. I still
Mm-hmm.
haven't hit my career goals or to get out of the overnight slump that I'm in. But at the same time, though, I have found another way to combat that
Mm-hmm.
element. And the problems that I face with Toastmasters are kind of happy problems, a little bit.
Right.
Because it's a solution. It's like, oh, okay, this member wants to do something new. Cool. Let's find a way to do it because it's a goal of
Right.
theirs. Oh, this member can't make it. Great. Another member can step up. And like playing a delicate little balancing game with all my members and like, okay, this member has a goal for this month. They haven't hit it yet. Cool.
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna message them and be like, hey, you know this thing that's kind of like floating over your head, this fun little project that you've been wanting to do? Why not try it this month? So, like, everything
Yeah.
that I face in Toastmasters are happy problems. And they're
Mm-hmm.
problems that I'm like, okay, cool, this is making me think. This is critical thinking skills. This is problem solving
Mm-hmm.
skills. This is trying to take all of the experience I have and throw it into this world and hope it fixes it. And or
And
makes it a
it
little bit better.
and yeah, like, and when in doubt, it keeps you distracted from what's going on
Yes.
in life, like actual life. Try my best
Yes.
to keep this mic problem situated. Sorry, guys. But like, it has definitely kept you distracted from all the shit that's gone down in 2021. I mean, sure, there's
Hmm.
some personal shit in there too, but I'm pretty
Yeah.
sure that you could just subside all that to, hey, I have something to do here. Like, I'll deal with this now, and then after I'm going to this later because I don't want to keep thinking about it, sort of thing. Like, you have something else to think about that's keeping you motivated to keep doing more, and it'll eventually translate one to one to, like, your real life stuff and Toastmasters. Like, I think I've seen it like a handful of times to
Hmm.
some extent. So, and then compared to 2020, where, yeah, everything, I know like the exact feeling you were feeling when you came back to Canada,
Yeah.
because of COVID, and then it's just been very low point. But seeing
Hmm.
you prop back up in 2021, regardless of what is happening in the world and a little bit of personal stuff, it's nice
Hmm.
to see. It's nice to see that you've definitely came back to your, like, jovial self in a way, but
Yeah.
like in many other ways, your very productive self. I remember seeing that, even if you're not teaching your desired subject in the UK, you still had the time to plan out and do these things.
Mm.
But, like, yeah, when you came back, it's just like, what do?
Yeah.
Question mark. But
Yeah.
now it's like, I gotta do. I have stuff to do.
Yeah. I've got a whole group of people relying on me and I gotta do it.
Mm-hmm.
So it's very different. Yeah, I mean, It is crazy. All the stuff that I do is crazy. For
Right.
a normal person, it's gonna be like, why?
To
No,
be fair, in
no.
ways, yeah.
But on the other hand, though, like, despite me listing all the shit I am doing this month, I am smiling. I am enjoying it. And it's gonna lead to a product of, me being a better me.
If not, it's already in progress.
It's already in progress, yes.
That's that's one thing you could say. To say that you're becoming a better me, I'm pretty sure you're getting there. It's not even you're planning it. It's happening at this time.
Yeah. I mean, to be fair, I could tell I've gone far when I did the speech for the like model workshop because I did deliver a speech that needed to be evaluated basically. So you
Uh-huh.
had to make mistakes and
Oh, I think I remember
do
this. Yeah,
things.
yeah, yeah.
The fact that I still did a speech that had like no gestures, no facial expressions, I still had comments in the chat saying that this should be a contest speech.
That's saying something. You're
I'm
intentionally
like,
making it bad.
yeah,
It still somehow didn't like you did it, but at the same
yeah,
time, what?
mhm, mhm. And I've been receiving compliments like crazy about like you have the voice for radio. You could be a good talk host, and you should do things like that. And I'm like, well, haha, friends, I have a YouTube channel.
Not
That's the
that
other thing that's happened this year too, starting January. Fairly regular content to myself
you
on the
have.
channel,
That is true.
and I've discovered an avenue where I want to go with my channel. Like the podcast has been amazing to do because
Mm-hmm.
that's one avenue of me finding my voice. Because
Mm-hmm.
that was a big goal that I had is now I have this podcast where I'm like I can sit here, plan out a topic or two, and just go and have no one
Right.
interrupt me, no one step over my toes, no one tell me it's stupid, no one to judge me, unless they do in the comments, then feel free, whatever. But I can actually sit here and talk about something I care about for a whole
Mm-hmm.
hour because I don't get that opportunity besides Toastmasters in my life.
Right.
So that's been really rewarding. That podcast, The Dragon's Den, amazing. The unique history is so fun too, because that's taken
That
me
was a
back
really
to an
good.
interest and passion that I've had
Mm-hmm.
forever, but have never found an avenue to explore it or do it. And now that was an opportunity for me to do something I love, and that's
Mm-hmm.
history.
Yeah, I
Gaming is
mean,
gaming. I mean,
I mean,
whatever.
to be fair,
But
for both of us, I feel like the gaming has been lessened. Sure, I'm playing Truck and Talk. I know, but it's an avenue that just I have something to put in the background, sort of thing at this point. Like, no, that's what I see for me as well. Like, I think I've used Truck like just playing, you know, American Truck Simulator, your ETS two. I just use it as a background material. Like, I just want to fill something. But at this point, I'm having a fun time just talking about other things as I'm
yeah,
just driving.
I mean, the gaming stuff that I'm doing isn't like your popular games. It's
Right.
doing games that I love. Uh,
Right.
so it's like the story-based games that I love, like the Freebird Games Studio, their games. I've gone through all of those, almost. I have to finish Finding Paradise and then buy their new game, To the Moon 3, Imposter Factory.
Ooh.
But I've gone through those games because I love the story, the music, the characters, and it's something I love. It's a game. If I'm
Mm-hmm.
gonna play a game on my channel, it's gonna be one that I love, not one that everyone else is doing to be cool. Because fuck
Just
that.
to get the views and the people to watch, right?
Exactly.
Yeah.
People are gonna watch it because they can see that I'm having fun with it, and that's what I want.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, so like my channel has transformed this year. I'm finding topics to talk about that I care about. I've got avenues where I can talk and express myself much more than ever before in my life. It feels
Definitely.
pretty good.
Yeah. Again, like, and I'm pretty sure I've seen it change within the year. You have no hesitation in terms of speaking now. You, I mean, you know, I'm pretty sure you'll say you would want to make this better, but I feel like you've definitely found your voice within this year.
I think in other aspects of my life, I would like it better, like, standing up to family a bit more,
Mm-hmm.
or saying no to holidays to family, and
Right.
not being a scaredy cat. with like
Mm-hmm.
other aspects of my life, like my job and like other things. But for the
Mm-hmm.
most part, it's there. It just has to come out a little bit more.
Right.
But it's getting there. It's
It's
definitely a
getting
lot
there.
more than before.
Right. Definitely a lot more than last year.
Yeah.
Definitely. So that's dang. I can't wait because it's gonna happen. I think we're gonna have to do it the week before the New Year's technically, but I can't wait to do the year in review for 2021. It's gonna sound very interesting now
Oh man,
for
yeah.
both of us. We're I will because I think yeah I'm gonna have to make the time to do like one long session of just doing a 2021 review because we've done a lot. That's gonna be very interesting. Again, we still got a lot more to go. It's still a month and a half technically to go.
Mhm.
But considering where both of us have been coming from, what we've been
Yeah.
doing and whatnot, and again, for a good majority of it, Ed's been recorded every week on Truck and Talk. And to be fair to
Woohoo.
you, is also your Dragon's Den podcast. If you think about it, like
Mhm.
I'm pretty sure like there's some relation of what you were doing that week that made you want to think of that topic
Mhm.
and like all that stuff. So
Yep.
you know, all that it'd be it. I want to see how much. I mean, definitely we've changed in between 2020 and 2021. So it'd be but it'd be very interesting to see, just to talk of all the accomplishments, the highs, the lows, and all that stuff. But it has definitely changed compared to last year. I'd say that.
Absolutely.
So I can't wait to talk about. But I think definitely for me next week I'm going to be talking about what have I done in a year. Chuck and talk. Try to not spoil, like just see how much I've improved like that, and it's been just nice to see. Definitely for you, I actually I commend of all the stuff you've done for in 2021 in terms of Toastmasters, in terms of many other things. I'm amazed. So keep at it, definitely, Dragon.
Mhm. I will. I haven't build up my schedule too much to quit yet. All of this is
Same, and
keeping is like driving me forward. Just to use driving puns, because truck attack.
Dragon Talk.
But it's all driving me forward, and I can see there's the little end goal that I want to reach. I
Mm-hmm.
can see it. It's just a matter of doing all the things I can to get there, and
Mm-hmm.
I'm doing that currently, and it's exciting and scary, and I can't wait.
Aw, that's good to hear. That's definitely good to hear. So, yeah, no. I don't know. Is there anything else that we?
Oh, just throw in one really long anything else? I don't think so. I'm gonna kill my kids in D&D next week. How about that?
That there we go. No, that's an update. I want to hear. No, I'm kidding. Oh my god, God, that would be a fun thing to talk about too in terms of that. That'll be interesting to hear
They
how
have
that
to
goes.
roll because the crowd is getting more rowdier as each like level goes on in Spellclash, basically,
Mm-hmm.
like each round, and so they get to roll a D100 on the crowd rowdy table next week and
Oh
see what happens.
boy. Oh, you have a situation for around what would happen
Everything.
if what? Oh God.
Yes, a brawl could break out. Someone could storm the arena and be like, I demand a rematch. There's things that will happen.
Oh my
Yeah, it's
God.
all the chaos.
That's gonna be fun.
I'm taking inspiration from European soccer matches.
Now that's a way to put it.
Oh no, Keo,
Oh
no.
no.
It's kind of like
And
some of my D&D groups too, but I teach D&D though, Keo,
you
on
teach D&D,
Outschool.
and that's the one thing.
I've created my own course content. Like literally, I've developed these classes and campaigns and courses from scratch, and I teach them
Which is
online.
insane.
And that was a new thing that started this January as well.
It did.
Hmm.
You're like that was like definitely your outside of the box thing to do, and then look where it came
Yeah,
from. Look what happened. It's crazy to say that.
I know. And
And
I've
we're
got a
over there.
regular six students in my class, so regular six kids that take all my classes.
Oh
I
man,
know.
I can't wait to do a year end of just talking about all the stuff that has happened for both of us.
I know.
be fun. This year in review will be fun.
Mm-hmm. I'll make sure to make it as derpy as I've made it this one.
As always, come on. It's not a Chuck and Talk Thursday if it's not derpy. Come on.
Ayo. Oh, Keo, for
Oh,
one of my D&D sessions, it's been 3 months.
whew.
Yeah. So I get you, girl. It's frustrating.
It's one thing. Derpy Dragon's best dragon.
Oh,
Hell yeah, I agree
hey!
with that.
Also, I guess one last little quick update. I'm addicted to Animal Crossing again because fucking
Hey, the new update coming, right?
update 2.0 update came out and I love it. And the gyroids are gonna ruin me because they're so cute.
Hey, it's something. I wish I knew more like Animal Crossing things, but I've heard a lot of cool things coming out of
You've
it.
got
So
your Genshin, I've got my Animal Crossing.
true. That's true. I know. I've been slowly getting back into Genshin. I need to like do my dailies and all that stuff, but I'll do that like my own time and like that. I still need to
Uh,
switch so I could play. Ooh.
Look on Facebook Marketplace, Keo. That's where you can get some cheap ones and stuff like that. And most people will
Mm-hmm.
be okay with you to test play it to make sure it works. That's how I got
And
my
if any,
Switch.
like if anything, the new LED, the no new AMOLED Switch, the bigger screen, the one that has a nice. It really looks like actually, the new Switch has a really nice screen. Definitely, I mean, it's still the same Switch, like same hardware, but the screen is different. It looks nice. There's probably gonna be a lot of people, or quite a bit of people that will be buying that. So there's probably gonna be a lot of old Switches out there on sale,
Hmm.
probably on Marketplace, eBay, or
Yeah, I got a
whatnot.
Switch Lite and I love it.
It's a nice pocket,
Hmm.
definitely.
Marketplace, great place to go to find things. Facebook
You
Marketplace.
find a lot. Yeah, you do find a lot of good things. And I wonder. I feel like you're gonna have to encourage me one day to do it, because since I'm here in San Francisco,
My list for you has grown in this like truck and talk of like
it
things to talk
has,
about, but it's all
it
good.
has. It's great. Things of like, hey, you should try and do this, but I have no idea what I need to find. Looking at my room and my place, it's like it's starting to get crowded here a little bit. This is my
Oh
room.
really?
In my room, yes.
Oh my
I'm
god.
realizing like everything is everywhere in my room, and just like
Oh god.
living room is fine, but like I think I'm slowly running out of storage. So I don't want to try to get a lot of things now, but it's so tempting. I'm such a consumer. I want to get more things.
You need to get like those storage ottomans so that like you have a footrest, but then you like look inside and it's all like technology.
Okay, no lie. Most of my freaking storage boxes, the storage cubes or whatever, like I have a bunch. There's all technology, just random ass technology I brought from my old house. I don't know. My mom makes a point. Why did I bring some of them? And I say the same thing, just like, why did I bring it over here? So
You
I'm very
should
tempted to
sell some
bring.
things that you don't use anymore.
I should. I need to look through it and
On
then figure
Facebook
that out.
Marketplace, for example. Why am I advertising that? Oh, sorry, it's not Facebook anymore. It's Meta.
No, it's Facebook. It's
Metaverse.
yeah, it's the metaverse. But like it technically did a Google where it's like technically the family company is called Meta. But
Mm.
there's still a Facebook, there's still an Instagram, there's still an Oculus sort of thing like that. Of like whatever, like
I
that's in.
meant it as a joke. You didn't need to explain it or expand on it, dude.
I've done so much unneeded research about what the fuck is Meta in terms for Facebook.
They have some wild dreams for Meta.
They, what tech company does not have wild dreams?
I don't know. Tell me about your company. What wild dreams do they have?
Double in 3 years, like double in
That's a little
workforce and
different.
locations.
It's a little different than,
Oh,
having
in terms of like,
holographic technology and like
oh that,
fucking virtual reality social media. Yeah, it's a little different.
we just in the company like how I think how the company's model. We just want to be the big disruptor in terms of e-commerce and whatnot. So yeah, that's the only thing I could think of.
Ooh, that would be a good theme. Be disruptive. Anyway,
That is a good theme, actually. Ooh.
I
Hopefully have
learned a
space.
lot more about disruption in the UK when I was there than I did anywhere else. because UK and Brexit, and that was a huge
Right.
disruptor. Anyway,
Actual disruptor. Anyways, we've had a very fun time rambling, reminiscing, and congratulating ourselves and whatnot of all the shit that we've been doing in 2021. But
all
we'll
of
save that
you,
for
all of you should give yourselves a pat on the back for surviving 2021. Even if it's the bare minimum, you fucking did it, and I'm proud of you.
right. Now it's just a matter of just cruising through the rest of the year, and then you could definitely give that other pat in the back, saying, "Hey, you made it." 2022 will be the best year. Will be the recovery year for
Yeah.
the true
At
recovery year
the
for
end of
everyone.
2021, you can give yourselves a pat on the back, a self reward, self care, or just drink it away.
True. True. And
I
think
give you
think
permission if you are 18 plus. In Canada,
wherever drinking
21
is
plus
legal.
in America.
Yeah. Or whatever your legal drinking age in your home country
Gotta
where
be
you're living.
responsible. Yeah.
Gotta be a responsible adult. Anyways. But I think that's enough I think that's gonna be enough rambling. For now, we always have
Mhm.
what if we don't drink alcohol? Then get your best favorite beverage to drink. And snack.
Splurge and buy the most splurgy drink you can. So that could be like boba tea. Or get a very fancy cake milkshake.
Or cider.
Or cider. Or tea. Or get a tea
Crafts.
latte.
If you know
Peppermint
a place that
mocha.
serves like craft sodas, you could do that too.
Oh.
I know there's a couple of places. I know here. I think so. I can't remember. Oh shit!
Get
Wrong way.
yourself the
Shit, wrong way.
fanciest drink you can think of.
Yep. And sip it out all the way to the new year.
Yep.
I need to remember to do that, even though I'll be at my parents' place. But I'll do that anyways for
I'll
Christmas
join
and
you.
New Year's. We'll have a fun end of the year stream. Ooh. Okay, I got ideas. We'll think of that for the year in review stream.
Mhm.
But anyways, thank you so much, Dragon, for being one hell of an inspirational guest. Actually, this
Ah,
week it's gonna be very inspirational this time around. Sure, you're still a derp, but you're an inspirational derp. So go follow her on her things. She does a podcast. She does 2 podcasts every week. Her Dragon's Den and her Unique History, and then all follow her also on her Twitter because she posts some cool shit, maybe random shit, maybe live shit. Who knows? Yeah, definitely awesome. And if you want to go support her, her coffee link is there because I just always leave it there because yeah. And
mhm.
she's still fundraising for Extra Life up to 2020 until the end of 2021. You're at what? Still 680? I'll try to hit
I'm
1,000.
at 680 out of 1,000. I want to hit that goal this year. We've only got like 6 weeks left.
Because 6 weeks left,
Uh,
so if you have any spare change to provide, or if you want to really, give it to the kids, go to her Extra Life link, go right over there, and put put money for the cause. Definitely,
it goes to a lot of really important treatments for young kids.
definitely. Oh yeah, that's
And the technology and x-rays and surgeries, it's such an important cause and
all
it's
the
really
big things
important.
to cover for a kid.
Yeah. And then, while we're at it, go support the derp. The other derp on
Yes,
this
ma'am.
call. Go for it.
Okay.
Sell yourself.
Yeah. So go follow me on YouTube if you haven't already. If you're watching this on YouTube, hi. Go hit that subscribe button that's on the bottom right hand corner of this screen thing. Not really that bottom right hand corner, but you know where it is. If you haven't already, um,
Thanks,
if you're
Nightbot.
watching this on Twitch, click on the link. Thanks, Nightbot. Also follow me on Twitter. I post stuff from time to time, either random shit post or cool stuff or random shit, mostly random shit. And I take good photos. I've been trying my best
Mm-hmm.
to upload more and more photos along the way, and I think I've been slowly getting there with the places I've gone, especially the places where I vlog. I try my best to upload something over there, or if there's something really cool that I want to show, I show it over there. So do follow me. Do follow me on Instagram. Jesus Christ, my English is
This
great tonight.
English.
This English is great tonight, and whatnot. But yeah, thank you again, Dragon. Thank you all for those who are watching live or watching this as a VOD on YouTube. See you guys
Thank
definitely
you.
next week. Thank you, Dragon. Hopefully we'll have you. No, we're definitely gonna have you again. Probably. I don't think next week, right? Per se.
Well, that's up for a debate because we were planning on doing an early Thursday stream because it is the 1 year.
Oh yeah.
But we could also save that for Saturday. It will be. We'll figure it out and we'll let you all know on Twitter.
Definitely figure it out. Yeah, we'll definitely figure it out. For that, because it is that 1 year thing. We'll talk about it just shortly after the stream, as we always do. But yeah.
That is everything.
Something.
Have a lovely night,
Yeah.
weekend, and everyone, and we will
If,
see you next time.
definitely night week, have a great day or night wherever the heck you are. Have a great week if you're watching this on a VOD. Have a great rest of your weekend if you're watching this live, or if you're watching this on the weekend, have a great rest of your weekend and all that fun stuff. That's Dragon over there, and this is Bam Waits. I'm very good at outros, not really. Nope. I'll say bye.
Bye.
Bye. See ya.